to the gods.
Okay, so we're playing. We're playing D&D. This is great. This is great. Okay, so this is a very small session. I've never had a session this small, actually. Most of my sessions are between 8 and 10 players.
This is different.
So this is going to be different for me, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to have to rebalance combat a little bit, but it's going to be fine.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. What is that?
For those of you who are off camera, we are still begging people to join. So anyone in the stream, if you're in this Russo area,
You can have it, please. Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the stream out to people because
You can be Dave the Barbarian.
Give me like.
I'm already a barbarian. Two barbarians
I was
in a
almost
clan.
built this close to being a barbarian.
that would have been great. You know, I had this
Triple
one shot that
barbarian.
was all
Who was
bards.
what?
Barbarian cleric.
Barbarian cleric. Let me guess, you want to be a bard?
I had an all bard one shot once.
Oh boy.
That's great.
Yeah, even me. We was called bombastic bard. Bombastic bard.
And like, for 4 hours, all they did was go to different towns and perform in different towns.
Mm.
Yeah, one of the DMs I had before, he like despises bards, so he you know
Bards.
he hates bards because he thinks they're too overpowered.
What do you? Okay.
And so, you know, level 3 party, you know, he just throws an adult black dragon at us. Specifically, it teleports everyone in the party away except for the bard, and the bard gets demolished.
Okay, makes sense.
So that's fun. And then the person decided to play bard for the next character, which has lived so far.
So I don't hate bards. I do dislike clerics, but I'm not gonna be like, fuck you specifically. No.
It's okay, I can do it myself.
Okay.
Oh no, censorship.
I was watching.
Exactly, right? Okay, so let's start off. We'll start. I'll give you an introduction. So, you guys are part of an adventurer guild, right? And this is a kind of a newly established adventurers guild, and they're just grabbing anyone they can, anyone that wants to be an adventurer, and sending them off to any random mission possible. Okay, so there's this little town. Well, it's not a town, it's more like a village called Mortslock. And this used to be an abandoned village. Like at one point in time, it was abandoned, but recently it has been reoccupied by a mining company. And this mining company, they have a lot of, what they do is they send slaves and prisoners, it's like a punishment basically, to go in the mines and mine for the rest of their lives. Yeah, and what's happened, as your supervisor at the guild has told you, is that people are disappearing from the mine, and they're coming back catatonic. And the the company is losing money, and they need you two specifically to fix that problem. And they'll give you a fat stack of coins, as well as the Adventurers Guild, a fat stack of coins to fix this problem. Okay.
Right. Pretty good.
All right. So, let's start you off. You've just arrived at the village of Mortslock. It's a very small village. You can see all of the buildings are old, decrepit, and it's mostly a tent city at this point. Most people that are there are living in tents, and you can see there are makeshift hospitals basically to house all of the people that have been injured, that have been put into the coma state. And there's probably a few hundred people there in total, but in the tents, maybe around 50 people that are catatonic. So if you arrived there, what do you want to do?
Now I suggest we do this dual cop style. I'll be the black cop, the white cop. Or we can be Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker.
Okay.
So what, I attack everything and then you come in and stop
For
me?
me, I'll be the... yeah, I'll just watch that. No, stop it. Please, stop, don't hit people. No.
Okay.
We can look around and ask and kind of see what's been going on.
Shall we go to the hospital?
Yeah, we'll go to the hospital.
Let's ask what's the condition ish, basically.
Okay.
How bad it is, I guess.
Okay. So there are a few of these makeshift tent hospitals. Which one in particular do you visit, or are you gonna make it random?
Random.
Yeah, random.
Roll percentile dice for me. 2d10s. Just one of you. Whoever's leading the charge.
You can lead the charge.
72.
72. Okay, so you enter the tent, and what you see is barely clothed people of varying ages, from like child to old man. And they're all sprawled out in what you could call barely a hospital setting. Like, they have a blanket and a pillow on the ground, and that's it. And you see this one very furious looking gnome who is taking notes, going to them one by one, doing tests on them, basically trying to diagnose the situation. Yeah.
Is he yelling?
No, he's not yelling. He's just got this furious expression on his face,
Right.
and he's concerned but upset, fed up with the situation that he has to deal with. That you see.
Since I'm woven,
Okay.
I just walk up to him and say, "My brother, what the hell is happening here, my brother? Also, do you have weed, man?"
He goes. He looks up at you and he says, "No." He's like, "Why are there people? Why are you here? What are you doing in this tent? This is for the comatose people."
We're tourists.
We're looking
Alright.
for information on what's been going on here.
Okay, are you here to solve the problem, or are you here to stand around?
Solve the problem.
Yeah, we've been
Okay,
here.
if you want to solve the problem, get in the mine and kill whatever is doing this to the people here.
Are you sure it's a thing and not maybe a disease?
I have no idea. I mean, I've run all the medical tests I can. It seems like, they disappear a few days, and then they come back just on the ground in front of the mine. Like nothing. Like nothing ever happened to them. But they're completely comatose. No marks on their bodies, no marks on their heads, nothing. They're just gone.
When did this start?
It started as soon as we started mining.
So you're saying your arrival triggered it?
Most likely, I have no idea. I'm just a little cleric that has a lot of people to take care of. Right? I've got 3 tents here filled with, what are these? I don't know, prisoners, slaves? And I have to deal with this situation?
Tough times as usual.
It is, the economy is horrible when you have to resort to slave mining.
Alright. So since this is a town, I'm assuming
It's a village.
it's a village, so it has to be like village chief or
A leader?
So,
Yeah.
And he says to you, there isn't really a village chief. There is the foreman of the mine. Because, this, before we came in, this place was a man, right? So, the company's really the only people occupying this space.
company.
Yeah.
Who's the leader of the company?
Well, the mine foreman is probably the closest person you'll find to leader of the company.
Where can we find him?
He should be at the entrance of the mine, or close to, whereabouts.
Just
about right.
of the mine. Thank you so much.
Apparently, what do they call those?
What?
Uh,
Newcomers?
no. Reserve.
You're a reserve player.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So just to catch you up.
We're probably afraid.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Probably that.
Okay, just to catch you up. you're part of an Adventurers Guild, and this is a budding new Adventurers Guild that's taking any old mission and sending anybody out there who wants to be an adventurer to adventure. And they stumbled upon this opportunity where this company that has taken over this abandoned village to use it as a base for their mining operations to solve this problem for the company.
Okay.
And you have arrived late just after them.
I know who this is.
And you see them now approaching the foreman of the mine, which is this half-elven man. You know, it's weird. You can't really tell how old a half-elf is.
No.
Exactly.
No,
He's got scars all over his body. He looks like a grizzled war veteran, but his face is like 27 at most.
Alright. So he's like a baby face.
He's a baby face, but he's got all these
See.
scars. He's got like, you know, just everywhere.
I just walked up to him and said, so all that money got you enough plastic surgery for your face, but not for your body.
It's the curse of the half elves. You know, baby faces, all of us. But so you must be, by the look of you at least, you must be adventurers.
Indeed.
You must be here. Oh, is she?
We
I don't know, we just met her.
well, I don't think we've even met.
I don't know if it's a her, she, or he.
Is that person over there skulking part of the adventuring crew? Introduce yourself.
Okay. So by the height, you can probably tell it's a halfling.
Okay.
They're dressed in a hooded cloak, where the hood is obscuring their face, so you can't really make out if they're female or male.
Mhm.
And it seems, it seems like by their body language, it seems like they're friendly. They're just not talking right now.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. So the foreman goes, "All right, you're gonna solve my mine problem. You're just gonna kill whatever's in there. Solve this problem. This is on company coin, so I can just relax until this is fixed. Because you're here to fix it, right?"
Indeed we are.
Wait. Before we do that, what the hell kind of accent am I doing?
Rasta again.
No. I'm doing a wrestler voice.
Okay.
Now, Hulk Hogan style. Now, before we walk into the mine, I need.
You're killing the sound guy.
Alright. Help us get more equipped to deal with this thing.
I mean, part of the deal, wasn't it, that adventurers bring their own equipment? Isn't that the whole deal with hiring it, you guys? Like, you guys are well equipped already?
Do you have a local store of any sort?
I mean, there's the commissary. You can buy food rations.
What the hell do you guys do to defend yourselves?
We're a mining company.
And you're not worried people
We-
might steal?
We have guards, yes, but most of these people are compelled under spells to do their work.
My gosh.
So, you know, we don't really have to worry about that.
Right. Then I will probably say that this is technically an open area, right?
Yeah.
Alright. People of the mine, I know what lurks inside this mine, for there is evil left behind.
The small one looks between you
Damn it,
guys.
I really
and
can't do
goes,
this voice anymore, seriously. It's a strain on my throat.
Okay. He says, "You guys are problem fixers. I can see that in your eyes. Each one of you can solve an individual problem, and those individual problems are in that cave. So, the thing is, here's the biggest problem with the cave. We haven't set up the proper reinforcements. So, cave-ins are frequent, and things are gonna break, and don't die.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you die, we will get part of the insurance policy, so it doesn't really matter either way. So it's a net gain for us, even if you do die.
Right. Then you come with us.
Yeah. No, I have this whole mining operation to, all those people in those tents. Gotta take care of them too. make sure they're fed, and part of my job is actually to torture slaves. Do you know how hurtful that is? Every night, falling asleep, knowing that I didn't hurt slaves enough. I have a quota that I need to reach every day.
Like magic, weaponry.
It depends. Anyway, get in there, kill the things. There have been goblin sightings, but then goblins, most of the time, they just steal food. Alright? Also, weird thing, most of the female population that were mining is gone.
What's this, Goblin Slayer?
Exactly what's on my mind. Can you give us some potions at least?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my gosh. I'm not that charismatic, surprisingly.
But you're a cleric, right?
But you're...
Yeah.
Did you not have guidance?
No.
Yeah, you can do it before
That's
the
your
roll.
fault.
Oh boy.
No, sadly no. Sadly no. That's not happening.
Nope.
Natural 3.
Okay.
No, that's not happening.
He says, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not for you.
Well, for me,
Aren't you a healing man?
but I have my limits. I'm only human. I'm human.
You're only dwarven.
Yes, I'm only. Yes, that's the thing. I'm only dwarf.
The small one like starts walking up to you and just goes like.
Make a persuasion check.
Yes.
Please, sir, can I have some?
5 grade. 5.
He says, you're really small. Probably, sneak
Intimidate
around.
them.
You don't
I
need
have
any
plus
healing. You're
intimidation.
fine.
You have plus how many?
+4 intimidation.
Why don't you try intimidating the man?
Yeah, can I,
Okay.
can I intimidate him?
Before, okay, I have this house rule. Okay,
Okay.
where it's like because I play with big groups, I have a maximum of 2 rule.
All right.
Okay,
It's
that's
it's
fine.
okay. It's okay. That's fine.
Maximum of 2 tries.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I didn't clarify.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, sorry about that. But what are you guys gonna do now?
Alright,
You can
so
go
we
around the
have
camp if you want. You can head into the cave
Alright.
if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, there's.
I would say since there's no way anyone's helping us, I guess I can do Blessing of the Forge, which I can make either magical weapon or magical armor, but only one.
How long does that last? And how long
It
does
does
it take
not
to do
say
that?
here actually. You see it.
I mean, I've got like.
You gain the ability to imbue magic into weapon or armor.
Can I say that I haven't played for quite a while? I feel rusty, so it's gonna take a while.
It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I've got like a great sword, and that's
And then
how.
should I imbue his weapon into a magic sword?
You can
means he'll
certainly
gain-
try. What is that called? Blessing of the Forge?
Yeah.
Okay, let me Google that.
Yeah. Probably be good to check.
Because I'm Forge Domain.
Where is my Wi-Fi hotspot, brother?
Come back soon.
Please join us. Please join us, my brother.
What is it called? Blessing of the
Forge.
Forge. Let's Google this. I don't have Forge domain in the player's handbook, so.
Well, it doesn't say here how long does it last. Sadly.
Or how long it takes to.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It says here at first level you gain the ability to imbue magic into weapon or armor.
So maybe it's instantaneous.
Okay, let me just do some Googling here. Let's see how good my Google flu is.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Blessing.
If it doesn't say, just go for it.
Alright.
What does it give to the weapon?
Plus, let's see, if it's armor plus 1 AC, if it's the weapon plus 1 attack.
Okay, +1 attack.
So I guess I'll.
And that is now considered a magic weapon.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll just bless his weapon then.
Cool.
So we get +1.
Who's your patron?
I have no idea. This is my first time playing as a cleric.
Okay.
Oh boy.
First time playing as a what?
A cleric.
Cleric.
Okay.
Okay, I always play as the barbarian fighter. Barbarian
So
fighter.
you've never played a magic caster?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Have
Boy.
fun.
First time for everything. This is my first time with the 3-man party. Okay.
Not the first.
So I blast this weapon.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
That's all you can do. Any other preparations before you start heading
The weapon up
into-
the air. Kind of swing it around and
swing
testing
around?
it.
Okay.
I think it seems pretty good.
Roll
Seems powerful.
and athletics
Oh, boy.
check.
Oh boy. 17 plus what's that? Where's my flip? Plus 6.
Okay, so
So that's pretty high.
what is that? 23.
23.
Okay, so the weapon feels like it has better balance now. Like the weight is distributed better, and you can swing better. It feels sharper in the hand. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I can do at this point.
Cool.
Any other preparations, or are you heading into the mine?
Yes. Anything you want to do, my little friend. I mean, my same height friend.
Just shrug.
Right.
Shrug.
Shrug.
Right. In we go.
Okay.
Marching on.
So, as you enter the mine, who has dark vision?
Me.
I do not.
It is
I just
pitch
assume.
black.
Don't we have an explorer's pack?
I do have a torch.
Okay.
Could I light that?
You can certainly light that. No rolling required. But you light your torch. That adds a little bit of light around this mine. And what you notice is that it's like the entrance of a small cave. And then inside it is just sheer rock. Right? And it kind of lazily goes to the right following this cliff face. And you see like handmade carvings of this cave hole. So it's been basically just pickaxed open by hand through this very thin layer to the right into this cliff face.
Right.
And you follow that path for about 15 minutes before it opens up slightly into a slightly larger chamber. At this point, you guys are in a single file line. Who is leading this, by the way? Who is at the very front?
So I'll lead it.
Okay.
Barbarians
Mr.
in
Big
front.
Barbarian. What race are you?
Very human.
Okay, that's fine. So you human barbarian with the torch
Mhm.
leading the way, even though
know,
someone with
that's the
dark
funny
vision. Right?
Should I be in front of this?
Up to you, but it's okay. The barbarian's there with the torch coming forward. And it opens up slightly to the point that all three of you can fit in the chamber. However, it is still tight. Okay. And you notice now that there are bigger holes and smaller holes. Some holes that you can fit into, only you can fit into. Some holes that both of you can fit into. Some holes that is about your height as well. So you notice that each of these, they've been basically different people of different heights have been assigned to different spots. And they can enter and exit through these little holes individually. What do you guys decide to do? There are multiple entrances in front of you, and there are multiple possibilities ahead.
Do we want to go through the one that we can all fit through, or do we want to send the halfling friend off?
Were we not given a map?
Why the hell didn't we ask for a map, damn it? Of all the things we didn't ask.
Also, you were briefed that they just built this mine.
So there might not be a map yet.
There might not
We
be a
haven't
map
mapped it
yet.
out
They
yet.
haven't. There's no reinforcement. It's all like hand carved,
Mm.
stuff.
So just pick a direction.
We'll just pick a hole, the one that the human can fit through.
The one
All
that
three of us,
we can
because
all
I don't
fit
feel
through.
comfortable as separating.
Okay.
Especially in this enclosed area.
I mean, you don't have to separate. The human could crawl.
Would you like to go?
I can try.
Okay.
Okay, so it's up to you. Do you pick? Okay, I'll give you two choices.
Okay.
Whether it's a human hole.
I would have been okay until you laughed. Only then I made the connection.
That sounds so wrong.
Okay,
A
a
human.
tall entrance or a short entrance.
There we go.
You pick one. Okay?
Okay.
Just so you know, there's gonna be a different outcome for each entrance you pick.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm curious. How tall are goblins in general? Are they around my height?
They're about halfling height, if I'm not mistaken.
oh
I'm
boy.
just that's the thing. I'm worried if we go through the short one, the human will be in trouble.
I'll probably be stuck.
Yeah, he will be stuck. Like I mean, imagine you with a torch. If we go for the tall one, we'll have enough space.
And will the tall one lead you to where you want to go?
I mean, we could do the thing which everyone dreads, which is send the halfling one way and send me and you the other way. Well, I mean, the dwarf and the halfling, and then
So you're staying behind, is it?
I'll go through the top.
Or is it both of us go first and you stay in the back?
I prefer to stay as a party.
All right. Then. So we'll go through the short one. Then.
The short one.
Yeah.
I'll crawl.
Meaning
Okay.
you'll crawl in the back. We'll be in
Yeah.
front.
Okay, so the smaller hole that he has to crawl down. This is like you have to army commando style crawl. You can't have your torch on.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pitch black for you.
Fine.
Who's gonna be leading in front?
I guess it's me since we have dark vision, or is it just me? Just me. Yeah, just me.
Are you gonna? Okay, no, that's fine.
Oh boy.
All right, so that's a nightmare.
Wow.
That's super claustrophobic. Imagine that.
Yes,
Like
I
you
am.
have this whole like about yay big, but like super narrow and cramped, and you have to crawl in. You have to crouch down slightly to get through there, and
Just a casual stroll for the halfling.
Actually, who's holding the torch?
Me.
But he can't
Oh.
fit it through.
Yeah.
Okay. Little one just like sighs and like rushes up to you, jumps up to grab the torch, and scurries into the hole.
you scurry into the hole first of the torch. Okay, so you're
I
coming in
wonder.
torch first, so you have a little bit of light. What you notice is that this hole kind of at points intersects with larger cabins. So there are points where you can stand up,
Okay.
but then have to crawl back
Crawl
down.
back.
And you notice that the larger humanoid hole, the taller entrance was like the lead entrance, and it curved around, and this smaller entrance leads to like a straight shot through. So you guys end up deep forward and down. Some points you go down, some points you go up.
Okay.
It really messes with your sense of direction and whether you're up or down or lower in the mine or higher in the mine. Also, it is extremely hot in here. It is extremely hot, extremely musky. There's barely, like, the air is so thin. Well, the air is so thick because there is barely air to breathe.
I still keep my hood on.
I'm wearing chainmail,
I'm not wearing armor, I'm just wearing clothes.
which is good enough.
Yep. But you're getting covered in dirt and grime
Yeah.
because you're crawling in the dirt.
Mm.
And as you head through, in front of you, you find who's in front right now? You are, right? With your torch, you see what seems to be a construct of sorts, like a
Oh boy.
like a simple small construct, kind of like a tripod.
Tripod.
Yeah, made of sticks and wood and lashed together, and there's like
No.
there's like bones and
No.
Is it like a monastery of bone? I don't know.
yeah, basically
Oh my gosh.
like tied together.
We found the goblins, guys. I think.
Maybe.
The player is like, but the little one knows nothing about this at all.
They're oblivious.
Okay.
Okay. They see it.
Investigation check?
You can go ahead and make an investigation check.
Looking around.
Investigation. That's everyone's investigations. So we got 2 shots
is
of
it
this.
Insight? I don't know. Investigation.
Mine's not. No, mine's horrible.
What's
I
yours?
don't. I have +0, so.
Okay, mine's +2, so
Oh yeah, it's better.
Very intelligent barbarian.
17 + 2, so 19.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, he's getting good rolls now.
Jeez.
Okay, so you go up to it. These bones are not dried out.
Oh,
These, you noticed a lot of them. They're a kind of a mishmash of different bones. You see human bones. You see like shorter halfling or dwarf bones. You see animalistic sort of claws as well, and you see skulls arranged in this kind of almost pentagram-like pattern.
oh, they've been busy.
They've been very busy, but from that roll you ascertain that this is about maybe 3 or 4 living things that have been transformed into this
Right.
totem.
Is it dark inside? Is
Huh?
it still dark?
It's still dark.
Still dark.
It's
Yeah, I
still
mean, you can
very
see, you can clearly see this, and you still have the torch, but I probably cannot see anything.
Is there anything else around this area?
I mean, so that's a totem, and then it leads down a tunnel that is wider and taller, like about 8 feet up. So there is some standing room here, and there's some, there's a space to stretch, and it goes further down in a steeper angle.
I mean, like, this is the totem, but like, what I'm asking is, like,
Yeah.
is there anything else of interest around? Anything strange? Like,
Make a perception check.
Actually, that's good point. Since they are bodies.
what's my perception? 15.
15. Okay. You don't see anything in particular. This looks like the cave that you've been going, the tunnels and caves that you've been going through for about an hour and a half now. And what you do notice, though, is the smell. There is this like acrid smell coming from the direction of the totem and beyond.
The smell.
But you don't know this. They
can
know
smell.
this.
Do we have noses?
Yes, you do.
Oh, we're not Voldemort.
Sure. You can smell it too. Why not? Without the roll. But yeah, you can smell it too. Hmm.
Okay, if I would see this, I would say, oh my gosh.
Okay.
Then I would say, rest in peace.
Okay.
I'd probably just say, smells like a regular battlefield. Smells
Oh,
pretty
there's
normal to
standing room
me.
now?
Huh?
There's standing room for
Yeah,
them
there's
now?
standing room for
Okay,
them.
I'm standing room
so yeah, the little one's just like holding their sleeve up to the nose and just
I'm just fine with
just
that.
offering the torch to someone else.
I just take a deep breath and just.
Inhale in that rancid
Lovely.
air.
Yep.
Shall we continue?
I mean, we should head towards the totem.
No one's taking the torch. Okay.
So you're still leading the charge?
Seems so.
Should we head towards the totem?
Very well.
Okay. So you head forward through this steep incline downwards, and you notice at points there are like inlays carved into the walls of the cave, and most of them are decorative. There are like basically cave drawings, cave paintings that these goblins have done, and there are depictions of their battles. You see them. There's one particular scene towards the middle where you guys are at right now, where the goblins portray like a picture of them and a large brain.
The brain.
Yeah, it looks like a brain.
Oh boy.
Wait, where?
Like in the middle, there's like a on the side of the wall. There's a portrayal of goblins, like fighting with a brain.
Wait,
Like-
so fighting the
Like
brain.
straight up, yep, like with so you saw like images of their reproduction, images of their
Oh.
of their family life, of their war, and this is like an image of their triumph.
So they stabbed the brain.
I'm not happy. But
This could
little
mean-
one me was just like fascinated by what's on the wall.
This could mean several things.
Mhm.
It's very worrying. None of these I feel are good things.
I'm rather curious about the reproduction one. Okay, let's see. Is it a goblin girl or is it a human?
Wait, what do I have?
wonder.
No. Yeah, the one's just like picking up a stray rock and starts adding a little stick figure.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you,
Smiley face.
you successfully graffitied the Goblin Cave paintings.
Yes.
But you were curious about the reproduction phase. That's further up towards where you came. You want to head back there and take a look?
No, I'm not that desperate.
Okay.
So going to the totem.
Okay, so
something about that totem scares me. I don't know if I should.
and that was like the biggest totem, and there are literal like
Oh, that was
so
small.
so on the right side of the wall there was the cave painting. On the left side were like carved totems as well.
But the one
But the
skull one is the biggest.
the biggest one at the front, and then you see smaller drawn on the cave wall totems.
Should I fire guiding bolt?
What?
Says here like there's a flash of light, so maybe like once I fire and then there's like light, like a what's it called? Flashbang? No, not flashbang.
You're gonna flashbang a totem.
Maybe I can see something surrounding it. Perhaps. Well, just go
So
forward.
you guys are heading
Yeah,
downwards
we'll just
now
go
and,
down the
and dipping towards the edge.
edge.
All right, the
Oh
edge
boy.
towards the opening.
Wait, do you not have light as a cantrip?
Sadly, I chose different cantrips.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm mining. Okay, cool. No light. Great.
Let's see, my cantrips are what the hell are they?
Let's hear them.
I'm
Sacred
actually
flame,
curious now.
toll the dead.
So no healing or.
I only have healing word.
Oh boy.
I only have healing word.
We don't know what class that
Let's see,
halfling
healing
is
word. I
yet.
have bless.
I'm not saying it.
I do not have anything healing. My
That's the clinic's
purpose-
job.
Yeah, my purpose is just to stab things.
Well, no offense. That's the typical role of barbarian.
Yep.
I'm just curious. What's your class again?
Hasn't said.
I never said it.
What is it? Tell me. Tell me.
You'll find out.
Okay, so you continue on, and you are at the edge of that incline, and it leads to a larger chamber.
Okay.
Well, a slightly kind of like a foyer,
Okay.
right? There, and then there's an entrance, and then what you peer inside, there's a light source. So you have this cave, another cave-like entrance, and then inside you see a small little light. Well, it's not small, it might be far away.
Is it like a candle, small, or?
It's a light source. It's
Okay.
you don't know if it's far or close, but
Can I see if it's like a trap or something?
make an investigation check. Ahead. Or actually, yeah, investigation. If you're just looking for traps in general, go ahead.
Yeah, just 12.
12. So, down this narrow hallway leading to that light source, you do notice some very primitive traps.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
Very primitive.
Yes.
Could we avoid them?
Well, I'll tell them.
Well, you're
I
the one
see
who
some
saw it,
traps, but I don't know what the hell they are.
So no, the traps are like you see tripwires. That's as far as you see with that roll,
Maybe
and they are all along this hallway.
How do we trip? How
And this
should
hallway is
we-
about
You just walk over the
10
other
feet.
wires.
Should we walk over or shall we trip them with a rock?
I mean,
If you do that, then
And then again, I'm worried like if we
if
set
you do
up
that,
the
you'll
traps,
create a sound, and then the thing
alarms.
collapse. Hello, like cave-ins are
yeah.
frequent. Things could
Alright,
break.
I mean, Caven's probably it's probably
So
something
we'll
like
just,
that, Caven.
Mind our
And we
steps.
could alert whoever's on the other side.
Yeah. So we'll just mind our steps. then.
I mean, I think that's the only
We
thing
could
we
try.
can do if we're trying to go stealthily.
Am I athletic? I'm slightly athletic.
Would this be athletics or acrobatics if we were to?
if you wanted. Well,
Mission Impossible.
I would make it a dexterity check to
Very well.
try to surpass the trap.
Okay.
Okay, there are 5 traps in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So make 5 consecutive dexterity
Oh my
checks, and if you
God.
fail
We
one
just
of
run-
them, you will die.
Oh,
I'll just write them down.
yeah. And then we plus what? Saving throw?
Thanks.
Dexterity saving throw. No, it's a dexterity check, not a saving throw.
Yeah, I'm not plussing anything.
And who's leading the charge?
We nominate the halfling.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh my gosh!
Jesus, these rolls.
Oh no, I don't know what this
Ah!
means. but-
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, that was
I mean-
not bad till the end.
Okay, that's good enough.
I like that you guys just ran through. You didn't stop and like, oh, let's disarm the traps.
I mean,
I,
I mean,
don't-
Sorry.
I have
I
no tool
couldn't.
That's the
proficiency.
thing. Okay, even though I'm cleric, but I used to be a barbarian, so.
Okay.
I also
No tool.
can't.
I have no tool proficiency. Like, thieves tools.
I have nothing to diffuse either.
Okay.
So that confirms that I'm not
I
a
mean,
rogue.
you could be creative.
Wait, you're a rogue?
No.
So you've eliminated that they are a rogue. That's done.
Cool.
Also, you don't even know if this person is part of your adventuring crew.
It's just someone who tagged along.
Yeah,
Like,
you
"Eh,
just-
we're cool with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Uh-huh.
At least he or
Like-
she is very silent.
During the briefing, your supervisor made no mention of a third party member.
Mm.
I'm cool with it.
Okay.
So,
Pretty good.
yeah, see, we're an adventure guild. Yeah.
So, what's the pass?
Yeah.
Just tell me your numbers and I'll tell you if it passed or not.
Oh god.
Remember, these are just tripwires. So if you...
So the first one was a 7.
Okay, that's fine.
Huh? That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second one was a 10.
Okay.
The rest are higher. So since you said 10's okay, so 11's okay, which is
Okay.
my last one.
Okay.
Okay.
All mine are above 10.
Okay, you're fine.
Not me.
Okay.
I've got 2 3s.
Okay.
I meant like 14, 11, 3, 2. There we go.
14, 11, 3.
Okay, so these two breeze by. You, on the first trap, you press on the tripwire and you're like, oh no, I'm supposed to avoid these. And they're like, okay, I'm light enough to just pass by. You're fine. And then you pass by the other. It's just fine. But you, at first, very confident. You know, you deftly jump over the first 2, 3 traps. And then on the exact third one, you're like, oh no. Oh no. And you feel this, like, you didn't notice it when you were looking inside, but there are indentations in the roof.
Oh god.
And there are carved out
Oh god.
in the roof. And the first trap is this just... You're standing there, and a large piece of stone just from the roof. Make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh my gosh. No, it's not happening. No, 6.
6.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
So, no,
Red
that's a
flag.
big dice for you boys. No, you take one of these. No, 2 of these. Hey, no peeking. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as your head is smacked. Your head and like the back of your neck is smacked by a slab of
Second trap.
stone. Second trap. How many did you fail? 3 or 2?
Just 2.
Just 2. Okay. So you failed the 4th one, and then now the 5th one are these blades that strike you. Strike you from the sides. It's like pikes that push into your sides. And make another dexterity saving throw
I'm
to
gonna
see
try
if you can jump out of the way
different
before.
dice.
Yeah, let me try a different dice. I'm rather scared at this point. The same number. Damn it.
6.
6. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
As the bits of
dear.
it hit you right in the bits where your armor wasn't covering, because they're like tiny spiked traps, and
How much health do you have?
So I heard the first trap get set off. That's when he
okay.
little one turns around and sees you tripping off the second one, and that's when you go,
Yes, I'm still
like,
okay.
"Ooh, that's gotta hurt."
I'm still okay, guys.
You sure?
I'm already short.
Short.
okay,
Jesus.
I'm still okay.
okay. So moving along, that faint light that you saw is far away, and this. So that was an entrance, and this
That
cavern.
was the entrance.
That was the entrance. And this is a much more vast cavern
Oh my gosh.
that there are. You could go in any direction, and
It'll still come to this place.
I mean,
maybe.
no, you could go in any direction,
Oh.
and you could probably get lost under there if you wanted to.
Mm.
But there's that faint light that is kind of beckoning you, or is an indication of life.
Right.
It depends what kind of life.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no one starts signaling
Signaling what?
as like trying to say, do we put the torch out or?
No. If they come here, they come to us.
I'm gonna have my greatsword ready.
Okay. Your greatsword is at the ready.
I don't know. I don't know at this point.
All right. So at this point, are you guys just marching towards it? Are you going stealthily? What's the plan?
I would like to go stealthily.
Yeah.
Very well.
With the torch?
Torch.
I blow,
can't
I
with the
blow the
torch.
torch, or we just leave it there. Maybe something comes over there, and then we'll see. Alright.
You toss it in the corner. Roll a percentile dice for me. That's 2d10s.
So you're the first DM that actually had made this.
I love
these
percentile
days.
dice.
Wait, is this right? No, that's wrong. So we got 35.
35. Okay. As soon as you toss it, it fizzles out,
Okay.
and there's no light coming from it. Yeah. So you are blind. You are blind. Except
You're
for that
not.
faint light in the
He's not.
distance. You're fine. You can see up to 60 feet.
Yes.
I hate that about 5e that you can see 60 feet in,
Yeah,
in
that's
darkness.
actually quite far.
But
Tries the
I would say that-
fine. You're...
I would say it's like the monochrome. You can't really
Monochrome.
see colors, and everything is kind of blended together.
Wait,
Sort of
so-
dark vision.
Wait, if we go into battle, then we'll probably be blind.
It's okay, guys. I have light up one. I have.
No, you don't have
You don't have
light.
light.
You already told us you don't have the light
I
ship.
only, I only have guiding bolt. Good enough. Says here radiant damage, so
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Well, the halfling is definitely what's
Blind.
the word? Blindly trying to go over to where you last remembered
Follow
where you
my
were standing and tries to
voice.
grab for your robe.
follow my voice, my brother or sister.
And the other hand's flailing about for the human.
Right. So
I
I'm
walked into a
assuming
wall a few
we're gonna
times.
go like a straight line, kind of
Okay,
on your shoulder.
like kindergarten
Yeah,
style,
kindergarten style.
hand on
Okay,
shoulders.
follow me and
Okay,
I guess
make a little
we'll go
train. A
towards
little
that.
awkward for the human that has to reach all the way down.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's
Just
like that
wa-
kid that hit puberty way too early.
Yeah. just one-handed with a greatsword, just walking on.
Okay, roll your sneaky dice. Go ahead. Everybody, this is a group check.
Oh,
Oh, yay. Dirty 20.
Rick.
Oh no.
What's under this again?
Oh, you're wearing what type of armor?
Oh, no!
Disadvantage.
Oh my gosh. Why is it so unlucky being?
Because you're a cleric.
Yeah, it's okay.
What about
10.
6.
20?
Dirty 20, yeah.
Okay, so
Do we make it?
I'll have to see if you make it.
Oh boy.
Roll one more because it'll take you about 20 minutes to reach that light source.
Okay, that's quite
20
a
minutes of
while.
walking. So. Actually, about 15, not 20. 20 is a long time walking.
Right. Ah! 1.
Another 6.
Okay.
9.
Very stealthy.
9.
Okay, so
Boom.
what are your passive perceptions, by the way?
Perception.
13,
12.
Mr. Cleric, you probably have a higher passive perception.
hopefully.
How do you check what percent again?
It's your wisdom modifier
Wisdom
plus
that
10.
one.
Plus,
Wisdom modifier plus?
plus 10. If your perception with what was it? If you're
Perception.
proficient with perception,
You
and you
add
add
your
your
proficiency modifier.
bonus.
So 15 then.
Okay, 15.
Okay, thank God.
Okay. While you are trying to be stealthy with your clinking armor, ka-ching, 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 you notice in the corner of your eye, you see like a little skittering humanoid,
Oh,
like
boy.
a goblinoid form.
So Do I tell them like, guys, I see something?
I mean, we can't see.
But I tell them like, guys, I see something.
Okay.
What do you want us to do about it?
Stay near me. Alright. How big is this area, by the way?
It's pretty big. Like
Really?
you could walk for a while in any direction.
Alright. Alright. So I'll say
And that faint light in the distance you see is getting closer and closer, and it's actually quite a large fire.
Right now, if
Oh,
I
it's
were
a
to
large
say like,
fire.
guys, keep your eyes peeled up. Like they can't see it, then my armor is so noisy that they can't even hear.
Yep,
So I'm like, oh
because
my
you're ka-chunk,
gosh.
ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
So just stay near me, guys.
Oh,
Did you actually say keep your eyes peeled?
Maybe.
How far away are we from this light source?
At this point, less than 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
Less
So
than 100
you
feet.
start seeing, you especially start seeing the goblinoid forms around the
Alright.
campfire.
Okay, so I'll tell them. Okay, guys. Can I tell them? Like, can I tell them that I'm seeing
Yeah,
goblins?
yeah, sure, you can tell them.
Guys, I see goblins near the fire.
And you guys
light
can see as
source.
well, the light source is, it's quite a large fire.
Mm.
You can see what seems to be something hanging above the fire
Fire?
source.
The
Yeah.
goblins' attention are currently on where?
The fire,
The
The
fire?
fire, they're
None
dancing,
on
they're
us?
drinking.
dancing and drinking.
And
Shall we
distracted.
make a surprise attack? Shall we take them by surprise?
I mean, but you do see a few of them seem to be at attention, like patrolling on guard duty. And you especially, make a perception check.
Oh my gosh. All of us or just
Just me.
Just him,
Yes,
because he's the one that can see this clearly.
Perception. Okay, that's okay. 16.
16. You see this much larger goblinoid form. Like bigger, muscular, and like a red armor. of
Red
sorts.
armor. He's mine. Guys, I see a big. Is it big goblin?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I see a bigger goblin, and it's bigger than the human.
It's roughly the size of the
Is it roughly his size?
Well, definitely mine.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you want to do, guys?
I
You
mean-
wanna charge in,
I mean, there's probably no way.
or
Okay, so
that's the thing. I'm rather scared if we charge in
Oh,
just
blindly.
draw the fire. This is the campfire. This is the cute little campfire
That's
over here.
that's a pretty big campfire.
I see
a campfire.
Right.
To you guys.
Oh my gosh, we didn't take our figurines.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. Snap. I need.
Yeah, I'll take the figurines.
Just say you guys about 50 feet away. You guys are over here. Right here.
So I'll put this. I may as well put this.
Sure thing. Put your cute boy over there. You see this big boy.
Oh, that looks lovely. Nah,
Right
he looks
there.
bigger than me.
You know the red armor. It's the armor.
Mm. Okay.
He's not actually that big. He actually just takes up 1 square. So.
Okay. Yeah. He just looks big in the light.
Yeah, he just looks bigger in the light.
It's
the-
not like sting.
It's the lighting.
Yeah, that's me.
Actually, let's have these two
There we go.
boys are over here.
Oh, this is
So this is how many we see. Eh? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6.
5 total that you see.
I would like to
Okay.
stealth away.
You want to stealth away? Make a stealth check.
Ooh, shit. Ooh, nice. Math. 23.
23.
that's pretty good.
Okay, as far as you know, you are hidden.
As far as I know. Okay. Like stealthing in this direction. So yeah.
Okay, what about the rest of you? What are you guys doing? Well, in which direction? Just checking.
This away.
Okay. So I'll let you be like.
What
Wait.
I'm suggesting is
Face me wherever.
I make a distraction.
Okay.
Make a distraction.
Yeah, and then you guys take on the first two, I suppose. Or we take the first two by surprise.
I mean, Can certainly try.
Very well. Now, what the hell am I
So I'm
doing?
just thrown
Wait,
into
wait, I'm
this.
curious. Like, are they wearing armor or they're like unarmored?
Barely any armor.
Barely any armor.
Yeah. They seem like they're other than the big one, the others seem like kind of weak looking.
But all of them have weapons, right?
Yep. Primitive weapons.
But metal weapons.
Some have clubs, some have swords, some have.
Right. Do we have to roll
Because
initiative?
I do
You
have.
will soon.
I do have heat metal.
Okay.
It says here I can make any weapon they wear like on.
I mean, the big guy's got some big armor. I mean, that'll
Yes, I
probably
can.
damage him.
Like, well, it says here
See
like
him start to march around.
if I do succeed on
Approaching in
making
this
his
direction.
armor hot, he has to make a Constitution saving throw
Says, hey,
or drop the object.
are you here to join the party?
He sees me.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Play my Hulk Hogan song. Then I am a real man. Well, brother, I see what you want to do here, and I'm gonna do with all my Hulkamanian fans.
I guess he's the distraction.
I'm stuck next to
Alright,
him.
fine. Okay, since he's near the others, okay, screw it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
He's wearing the red one's wearing armor.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna use heat metal on it.
Okay.
It says here, choose a manufactured metal object.
Uh-huh.
It could be
Which
its armor,
manufacturer?
It could
So that
be its
doesn't say.
weapon.
And then it says you
as long as
cause.
it's metal.
Yeah.
Yep.
It says you cause the object to glow red hot.
Okay.
Any creature in physical contact with your object takes 2d8 fire damage. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to
Okay.
cause this damage
Yes.
How long
Heat
is
metal.
On what?
How long is this?
Is it,
I think
is it
it-
wearing armor? Is
one-
it weapon?
again. 1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute.
Then it says here, if the creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, it must make a Constitution saving throw
Okay.
Get
or
half
drop the
damage.
object
All right.
Or the armor falls off.
if it can.
Armor.
No, the
If
armor
it-
doesn't fall off. They have to take
If
it
it
off.
doesn't, drop
What's your,
the
what's your
object.
DC?
Hmm?
What's your spell DC?
13.
It's up to them if they want to
13,
take
natural
it off.
14.
Ah!
So he still takes half damage, but what is the damage?
Hold up.
Quick check. What are you guys
Yeah.
max HP?
38.
30.
28.
Now 20 because of the.
I
Yeah.
know max HP. That's what I'm asking for. Okay. Let me go to my notes.
See, if it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's good ability.
All right. So at that point, roll initiative, everybody.
Alright, so it takes half 2d8 damage, is it? Or what?
Just roll 2d8. It's 2d8, right?
Yeah.
Just roll 2d8.
Alright,
I'll
let's
cut it in
see.
half.
Okay. That was a
68.
great roll. 6.
Two.
I'm really getting a lot of these sixes today.
Yeah, you are.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a d8.
I kept getting 18.
20.
11.
All right. So
That's for the damage. For my initiative is 15.
okay.
Yeah, my initiative is 15. The damage on that thing is 11.
What's your name?
AJ.
AJ, right?
Afro Jackson.
Afro Jackson.
Jackson.
Okay, my wrestling name was Afrozilla.
All right, Mr. Barbarian. What's your name again?
Eden. Or Eden Scott.
Eden.
Eden Scott.
Eden.
Eden Eden.
Quiet gnome. Quiet halfling.
What
it's
was
called
your name
Quiet.
again?
I never said my name.
Yep. Okay, so
Can we call him Shush?
it is the goblin boss's turn,
Fine.
Oh, great.
and he will say, "Hey, get over here!" and call.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God.
No, he's not gonna.
Yeah, I thought that was what he was gonna do that.
And he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I like it. We're fighting the boss from the start.
30.
Oh, so he's like, see, he's at you.
Right on you,
Okay.
boys. He
Thank
takes
you.
one swing at you and one swing at you.
All right.
Okay.
What are your ACs?
18.
14.
17.
That's a low AC. You must be a spellcaster of some flavor.
Or maybe a rogue. Wait, no, you're not a rogue, damn it.
Yeah, rogues have.
There's no
way
way you're a
higher
paladin. That's too low for a paladin.
Apparently, they're just wearing leather armor. I just did a fast
Fighter?
calculator thing.
Maybe.
Um,
It's random.
Fighter? Wait. Okay. That is a 17 to hit on you. That hits.
Okay.
Does that hit, or what is your AC?
Minus 17.
Okay, so that just hits,
Just
and
hits.
16 on yours. So that doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, so you will take
How much?
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
As you see that big thing with the spikes on it, he just whacks you with it super hard in your side, and you're not
Ow.
wearing any armor.
Ow. Great.
Okay, that
That's
the end of
How
his
much damage
turn.
did you take?
9.
No.
That's a lot of
That's a
damage.
lot. It's just one big tanky boss.
Well, good thing
All
they're getting
right.
back soon.
Okay, so AJ is your turn.
Right.
Hey, what's our initiative?
You were last. What'd you get?
20.
Oh, you were
Uh,
20.
Not me, not me.
Okay,
It was
I
15
heard-
for me.
I heard like 11 from you or something.
Ah,
Sorry. So you should have gone first, but I will just
it's okay.
put
You
you
can be.
right here. Okay. All right. Quiet. Is your turn.
Okay. So I will try to shoot at this goblin here through the neck
Okay.
with my crossbow.
Oh boy.
I
Okay.
have a crossbow.
I'm calling it the Ranger.
I'll try. Let's see how it
Yeah,
goes. Okay. That's oh, math. 22 to hit. Wait, is that right? No, that's just how did I get that? That's too high. What's wrong with me? It's just 11.
On the little goblin.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the damage?
Hmm?
What's the damage? That hits.
Oh, it hits? Okay. 1d6.
1d6. Go ahead. Roll your d6.
6 plus 3.
All right. So with that one single shot, is it a hand crossbow or a heavy crossbow?
Hand crossbow.
Hand crossbow. So you aim your hand crossbow, and it just hits
Why did
right
you do
in the
this
back of the
in
neck,
start?
and
Oh my gosh.
he falls over dead.
And I
Oh,
try to
damn.
get far away as I can.
Further back.
Yep.
Okay.
All my movement, whatever that
I
may
mean,
be.
you pretty.
Okay.
You have some pretty good distance on
4.
crossbows. Some. Well, I mean,
525.
maybe not that far. We've got this.
And I hope I'm hidden enough to not be seen. I don't know.
Okay. So now it is AJ's turn.
Okay.
I'll move far away.
Okay.
So
Oh,
1, 2,
okay,
3,
so-
4, 5.
That evokes an attack of opportunity,
Oh my god.
So, oh, I mean that gets.
which
I mean,
he's
that gets Guy away from.
not going. He's not. He is going to take.
Okay,
He is
very
going to
well.
take, for sure.
Okay.
For sure, he's going to take it this time. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
How
take
does this
a.
Suffer and
Okay,
die.
Where's me?
you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage
7 points of blood.
as you quickly try to run away. That
Okay. I'm definitely
spiky
healing.
club is just too much for
I
you to
need healing.
hide from.
So I heal myself.
Okay,
So I heal myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
Healing word. So I see one.
How many spell slots do you have?
Let's see, 1 first level, 4 second level, 2.
Okay.
okay. So you're healing word yourself.
Yep. 1d4 plus
Yeah,
my.
what do you say while you're healing yourself? What is the healing word?
I feel it coming. I feel. Oh. Ooh, 4. So I heal by 9.
9. Okay, 9 points of healing. The rest of your turn, what are you doing with it? You still have your
Alright,
action.
hold on. Plus 9. 2. Next in my action, I will use my. I'll use Toll the Dead.
Toll the dead.
Yeah. On what? On him.
Okay.
On
What does
him.
that do?
Let's see. You point at one creature you can see within range as the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air
Okay.
around it for a moment. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. or take 1d8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
If the target is missing any of its hit point, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage.
Okay.
It's not missing. I just know it is.
Yes, it is missing.
It is missing.
It is
to use
missing.
heat
Yeah.
metal.
From heat metal.
So that'd be a D12.
So
if
it
fails,
has,
it's
it
less
has
than
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. What does it have to be?
Hold on.
Okay, so what does that have to be?
How do I check again?
What's your spell DC?
13.
13? Oh, wait. What check is it?
Wisdom.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let's reroll everything. That's a natural 4, so
Nice.
Take
1d12
1d12 damage.
D12. Yes.
Which one is a d12? Here we go.
Nice. 5.
5 points of damage
Necrotic
towards...
damage.
You see this bell just appear, covering the entire creature. Boom! Right in the head, and you see the necrotic energy course through his veins.
Yes.
Eden. Now you're turn.
Go in front of it.
Right. So as my bonus action, I'm going to use that first. I'm going to activate Rage.
All right.
Ooh.
So that gives me +2 melee damage and resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage, and advantage on straight checks
You'll
and
be the
throws.
tanking.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make an attack with my magical weapon.
Okay.
So that's an 18.
18 definitely hits.
Cool, and that's 2d6s plus a bunch of
Oh, yeah,
other
great
numbers,
sword,
but
yeah.
not d6.
Yeah.
D6 is
here we
I
the...
forgot to enchant your weapon, my little friend.
5, 7 plus 4. So that is 11.
11 points of slashing damage.
Please tell me you're dead.
No, I'm
Barely.
sure it has
11
more.
points of slashing damage. You carve through this creature
Nice.
like butter,
Nice.
right through his flesh. You can, at some points, you feel like his rib bones as you're slicing
Ooh.
through, and you hurt him.
He's not dead yet.
He's not dead yet.
He's
Of
not
course
dead.
not.
No.
He's still alive.
Of
He's still all
course.
well. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn? You still have your movement.
I am gonna get the fuck and get here.
Okay.
I do not want to be in front of his swing again.
Okay, I can heal you.
You're probably too far away. Though.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So, just after your turn, he's going to say, "Hey boys, move on in." 2, 3, 4, 5. What's 5 times 5? 25.
25.
2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5.
They're all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How convenient they're moving away.
5.
They're all moving towards the halfling line. How convenient.
Not necessarily. I mean,
Wow.
they're advancing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, top of the round. Quiet. Your turn.
I'm gonna try to shoot this one next in the neck again.
Okay.
With my crossbow. So it hits. Okay, that thing hits 16 plus 5.
That hits. Go ahead. Roll damage.
1d6.
How much damage did you deal through the previous one?
This is a 5
5.
5 points of damage.
through the neck.
That is still enough
Oh,
to kill this creature.
Oh,
5 is enough.
right.
One
Right
so
through the
much.
chest.
Shall we take out
You
this
knock it
guy?
I have a
Once
feedback
again.
one shot if I should use it.
Weapon master?
Great
Here.
weapon master.
Great weapon
Basically,
master.
-5 on attack roll, but
Yeah.
it does plus 10
I
damage.
can give you bless.
We'll see how it goes.
Right, I'll bless you then.
Yeah.
I bless. It's my action. Yeah, it's my action.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
No bonus actions?
No.
Okay. Now it's the goblin boss's turn.
Never
Where are
mind.
you going, little boy? 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
Jesus.
4, 5. He says,
Ooh.
I need more backup.
Ah.
And goblins start appearing from crevices,
I
nooks,
am
and crannies
gonna
everywhere.
I am gonna die.
And he says, I can smell your fear.
I can
And he
smell.
whacks you twice, but misses both.
Nice.
Because apparently you are too small. He says, you're too thin, I can't hit you.
You're all skin and bones.
Okay. That's the end of his turn.
Great.
AJ, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see. What other bonus action can I do? Spiritual weapon. Create a floating spectral weapon.
That could work.
So basically, that weapon attacks for me.
Yeah.
As a bonus action.
But just think about, managing your spells. Because once you're out of spell slots, you're out of spell slots.
It's a second level.
Right?
Okay, very well. Hold on, I'll just move next to this guy then. I'll use my warhammer.
Okay.
Oh, Warhammer. Nice.
14.
That hits.
That hits. 8. 4.
4 points of damage.
Yeah.
That is still enough
Oh my gosh.
to kill the creature. Because these are weaklings of goblins. You see,
Okay.
they're pretty skinny, their weapons are primitive, they're not even wearing proper armor.
And this,
So as
this-
soon as you whack it, it goes down.
this other guy hits me for what, 9 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I have a feeling we should have taken down the boss, then they'll stop spawning. That's the feeling I have.
Maybe.
Like if we keep this guy alive, he's gonna keep.
so
spawning
after
more and
you
more.
take down that one goblin, he turns around and he says, "Hey boys, focus fire!" And boom, 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 they come towards you.
Oh no. I'm being gangbanged by goblins.
Yikes.
Okay.
Oh,
So
dear.
it's GBC.
Okay.
No, BGC. Never mind.
That's the end of your turn. Eden.
You can take away advantage.
What am I gonna do?
So he gives you his back. You have advantage rolls.
That is not advantage, only if
Never-
it's flanking.
Wait, never mind.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Damn it.
Well, since I'm in my rage, I may as well use it, because if I don't attack every turn, then my rage dissipates.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attack again, but with my bonus action. If it hits, I get to make an extra melee attack. That is an 11. Does that hit?
Total
11
yeah,
plus?
11 plus. What do I plus?
Your
Plus strength modifier plus proficiency.
plus 6.
Plus 6, so that's
17.
17 just hits.
Okay, cool. So I roll 2d6. 1, 5, 3, so that's
3, 8 plus 4.
so that's 12.
12 points of damage.
And then I get to make an extra
Go
melee
ahead.
attack.
The other one.
So that's a 2.
No, you roll again.
Right,
roll
okay,
again.
sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
That's a 1. Critical miss. Yay!
Okay, so with the first swing, you cleave off like bits of flesh, like you're cutting and slicing through, hacking through his bones. You can
Nice.
feel his rib bones at this point. You crack a few of them as you're slicing. But with the second attack, it feels like your sword is jammed in there, so much so that you can't pull it out and
Oh.
swing again. So,
Good.
he is hurt at this point.
He's hurt.
Yes, quite hurt. Quite. Oh, is that the end of your turn? No movement or
I
anything?
believe that's it. He's
I
actually.
mean, my sword's stuck in it, so I guess I can't.
Okay. Quite. It is your turn.
Do
Next
it.
goblin.
Do it.
Through the eye.
Getting
Okay.
creative here.
We'll see how it goes. So, okay, that's only 8.
8?
Yeah.
That does not hit.
Okay.
unfortunately.
And then
What is-
with my action surge, I'm gonna try it again.
So you're a fighter. Okay.
Yep, definitely a 5.
You're a fighter.
17 plus 5.
22.
22. Okay, that hits.
2. What was it? 5.
5 points. Okay,
5
that
points
is
of
enough
damage.
to disappear that eye from existence.
Pop.
Pop, basically. Is that the end of your turn, or would you like to do more?
You could assist me.
I'll charge forward.
This guy's gonna turn around and just smash me.
I'll charge forward. As far as my little feet can go take me. 1,
At
2,
least
3,
I have-
4, 5.
At least I have their attention.
Okay,
Hmm.
so now is the goblin boss's turn.
Oh boy.
He sees you have been shooting down his little minions,
Mm-hmm.
and he's upset.
Oh. So
He's gonna be like, "You've been killing my boys."
me crushing his ribs did not.
At least he's hitting me and not you.
I guess that means he cares for his boys and for his
I
body.
He's gonna take 2 swings at you.
Okay.
I mean, I got still at 29 health. So.
Oh, you're at your AC? 14, right?
14,
Both
yeah.
hit.
Okay.
Oh, yikes.
No, my brother, my soft sister, my half sister.
Okay, that's a bad roll. Total of 14 points of damage.
That's a bad roll.
How much health do you have?
I'm trying to do the math right now.
I'm assuming it's
14.
Yeah. 14.
14, 14, exactly, yeah.
Okay,
I'm half.
Okay.
so
Half down.
What?
okay. At that point, he's going to say, "What are you doing? Kill him!" Move towards you, and they're going to swing at you.
Yes.
That is a 23 to hit
Yes.
and 7 to hit.
7 what?
7.
7.
75. Kidding. 3 points of piercing damage as this little spear gets you right in the spot where
bro-
your armor is
My
not
brothers and
protecting you
sisters, I'm
currently.
being penetrated by this goblin.
What?
Okay, now AJ, it is your turn. You have 2 goblins
Okay,
facing
Which
you.
one penetrated me?
The one on your right.
Sorry. What shall I do? I'll do. No, you know what? I'll just attack it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Warhammer?
Yep. Oh, 16.
16.
Yeah.
That definitely hits. It's Warhammer time.
Yep.
So
7 plus 2. 9.
9. Okay, with that you obliterate the rib cage of this little goblin that just poked you in your side. It's like you crushing an ant with your warhammer.
Yes.
Bang! Just whacked away out of existence.
Then I look at it. You're next, my brother. I mean, my friend. I mean, my enemy.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Eden. ahead.
Question. Is my sword still in his side?
Yes, you have to pull it out.
Okay, so do I have to make a
Strength
check?
strength check. Athletics check.
Athletics check. So so do I roll a d20 for?
Yep, d20 plus
Plus
your if you're proficient, add your proficiency and your strength multiplier.
5 points, okay. So 9 plus. So that is 15.
15, that is just enough to wedge it out of the crevice that you had it stuck in.
Cool.
And in the process, you deal him a little bit of damage as well. That's -4
Okay.
to his ribs.
How dead are we? How dead is he?
He is very, very hurt at this point.
Very, very.
I'll.
You can see he's bleeding profusely out of his sides. And now is your turn.
Do it.
Okay. How does two-weapon fighting work?
Do it. Two-way.
Two-weapon
You
fighting.
can bonus
Duel?
action, if I'm not mistaken, as your
Oh,
second attack.
okay. So, it's a, oh, thank God they said it here. So, okay, so my carrying gear, I'm holding one rapier and one scimitar.
Okay,
Exhausted.
I like it.
Interesting. Interesting.
So-
Slashy and stabby.
Yeah.
So,
Is that
first
mo-
attack will stab,
Okay.
second attack will slash. I'm trying to aim for, I don't know, I'm not sure what sort of armor he's wearing, like any
I'm assuming
Any
his
bel-
exposed flesh which I can see tendon.
Okay.
I'm assuming his belly button.
So, first
Belly
attack
button
will see if it
piercing.
hits,
Belly button.
Okay.
Yeah, belly button piercing.
which does not.
Would you roll?
It's only 8.
8. Okay. No, that
Yeah.
doesn't hit.
So, second.
Okay. What you could do is you can move before you attack to get a flank, and that would give you advantage before your second attack. Just saying.
How close does
How
he?
do I move
Yeah.
behind?
You have to be
Within his range, yes.
within his range, but like
like
flanking. Like
how does that
From
work?
behind him?
so, you have to be
Here?
like over here, That's a flank.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
So go ahead. Roll your second attack.
okay.
With advantage. Right.
Improve critical on 19.
Awesome. That's great.
Oh, so you're a
Great hit.
champion. Is it?
Okay, so the base damage. What dice is it?
Because
Scimitar,
I-
right?
I what did I say? I stabbed first, right?
Yeah,
so
you
that was
stabbed
rapier.
first.
So second is the scimitar.
Okay.
Scimitar is just d6.
D6. Okay,
Yes.
so take the 6 and then roll one more time.
Roll
So-
one time.
6 is the max, and then plus another D6. So then it's a better critical.
Okay, so it's a
in my
d6 plus 3.
Okay.
Okay.
So 6 plus that
so
D6.
that's first roll is 6.
No. So
Oh, sorry.
6. So you take the max first, and then you plus
The
the
second.
roll, and then you add the modifiers. That's how I do my critical.
Okay,
So
so I roll
50.
3.
Okay.
Roll again.
No.
Okay, so
You roll
so
the
you
3.
roll 2d6, right? If you
Uh-huh.
crit. So, wait, the scimitar is just 1d6.
1d6.
Okay, so you crit, so you double the dice damage, or you double the dice.
Okay.
Like in the rules as written is double dice.
Double dice.
So what I do is I take the base damage, which is d6, max that first,
Okay.
and then you roll the second one.
Ah.
So it's more devastating of a critical.
Okay.
Yeah.
I roll. Okay.
You roll the 3, right?
I roll the 3 first,
Okay.
So 9.
which is
3 plus 6, that's
Uh-huh.
9, plus your modifier,
Strength. Is it?
dex,
Dex.
or
Dex.
yeah,
yeah, dex.
Which is?
3.
3.
Three.
Okay, so that's
six,
a 12. How do you want to kill this guy?
Ah.
Yes.
Sorry, man.
Okay,
No
right,
worries,
right.
it's fine.
With a scimitar.
How do you want to kill this monster?
So you're just slashing. So you hear
Kung wag yung
a
sunat.
small feminine voice say,
Where are you slashing him?
slashing it right at, think of it like Achilles heel.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you notice that he's barefoot,
Ah, yes.
and
So
you slice
satisfying.
What a shame.
right at his Achilles heel, at his Achilles tendon, and you see him kneel down. You slash there, and then you slash right at his neck, and you see the blood profusely pour out of his neck, and you see this one dead goblin boss.
Yes.
And as that happens, these other little goblins, they start scurrying away.
Yeah, you better run! You also know it sounds childlike.
Okay.
Are we killing children?
No.
No.
No. The voice, the little guy's voice, almost childish.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing from here on out?
I want to check the
Goblins are
corpse,
starting to sprint away. Okay.
especially the boss.
Okay. So go ahead, check the big goblin corpse.
Well, my rage has probably ended by now.
Yep, for sure. It's probably ended.
So do I what? Roll damage?
Roll an investigation check.
An investigation.
Can I assist?
Yes.
So with advantage, or
Advantage.
just
advantage.
with advantage.
Yes.
Investigation.
Let's stop
Where's my
the Epic
investigation?
fight music.
In 19.
19. 19.
Yeah,
Okay. You don't find any gold.
That's what I'm looking for.
What you do find, well, you don't find any gold pieces.
Okay.
But you find like gold ore.
Or
Yeah.
oh,
Like raw gold ore in his like pouches, I guess.
Okay.
If he, pockets, whatever a goblin boss has.
think of them like balls of gold, very
Yeah.
very rough,
Like
rough and
unrefined,
nothing.
unrefined gold pieces, right? As well as he's got his big club that he was hitting you with.
Should I take this club?
Are you proficient in clubs?
Sadly, no.
It's a simple weapon, so
It's
if
a
you're
simple-
proficient
yeah,
with
it's a
simple
simple weapon?
weapons, yeah.
But it's
You're fine. You
two-handed,
should be fine.
so
So is it
Never mind.
a great club?
yes, it would be a great club.
So
Oh,
I'll just take.
definitely not
I'll
then.
just take the gold ore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Hey,
Store
I
away
can't
the
get
gold.
some of that. Hi.
How much for a night building one?
How much for it?
What?
Alright, never mind. Yeah, sure.
What?
Nothing. How old are you, little one?
I'm 8.
Oh my gosh.
Oh lord. Does this world have an FBI equivalent?
Never mind. Yes, you can have some. We can get you some once we're out of the cave. Gosh, how the hell did this work?
If we ever get out.
Okay, so what are you guys doing now? You've looted the goblin corpse.
Uh,
There's still the big bonfire, and you notice beyond the bonfire there is a, like, kind of like a little alcove again.
You said something was hanging above the bonfire, right?
No. Oh yeah. There is, and you look closer, and it looks like meat.
Meat.
Could I consume the meat? Because I took a pretty heavy hit.
Okay.
Are we taking a short rest?
If you would like to, you can take a
Yeah,
short
we can
rest.
take.
Okay.
Personally,
Yeah.
I'd
Chill
like
out a little bit.
Definitely.
So we like to heal up. Alright, let's
What
heal up.
What I roll to heal?
Use your hit dice, which should be a
D-
D12.
Yeah, it's a D12.
Yes, it's a D12.
Okay. So
So
you
just
spend your hit dice
roll
to heal up.
that. And I'm back at max health.
That's an 8. It's not bad. That is back to 37.
I'm fully healed.
I'm
Nice.
almost fully healed. Wow. That's pretty good.
Now, before anything starts, come here, little one. I want to enchant your weapon.
Which weapon?
Her bow, right? You
She has
mainly
a
use your
cro-
bow,
A
right?
crossbow, scimitar, and a rapier.
I've
from what
got
I know.
a scimitar. I've got a rapier. I've got a crossbow. I got a longbow.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It says here in my carried equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay,
Fighters
which
have
one do you
weapons.
want me? Which one do you want
Quite
me
a
to?
stack. I just have a giant sword. I mean, I have a dagger and like.
Which one do you
javelins
want
as well, which I
me
could have
to
used.
make a magic weapon? Says yeah, I can make a magic weapon. Says you touch a non-magical weapon.
Or armor.
No, just a weapon. For this case, just a weapon.
Oh.
Oh.
Because the one from that I use, it has to be after a long rest.
Okay.
Alright.
I mean, you could technically take a long rest right here
Mm.
if you wanted to. If you really wanted to, you can. But there could be consequences to your actions.
Yes,
Probably
it's okay.
death.
Yeah, I'll just.
Probably not death, but
Alright. Assassination when we see.
Alright, little one. Which one do you want me to make you a magic weapon? Choose one.
Stabby.
Stabby,
The
stabby.
rapier.
And then I take the
So-
rapier and yeah,
do, do
Yeah.
you chant like a song to go with it?
I don't know, maybe like a voodoo song, like, and then the smoke, like.
what are your passive perceptions?
12.
13. 15.
15. Okay.
Okay, little one. Here you go. +1 to bonus. +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Ooh. Okay.
Do you have
This lasts for 1 hour, so that's good enough.
We'll see.
Do you have a name, young one?
Oh,
That was shush.
Dee
A fine name. A fine name.
Edie. For some reason, I want to use my Malay dub voice.
Your Malay anime dub voice.
I forgot. That's the thing. I don't know which character to use.
Okay. What are you guys doing now?
I mean,
You
there's
healed up.
You've healed up around the bonfire, taken your
Yes.
bit of rest.
We now know there are goblins here. Much more goblins.
You guys are gathered around the campfire.
Sing the campfire song. I see it.
And beyond this, you see basically two separate,
Doors? Cave?
not doors, like
Okay,
cave
how the hell there's
entrances.
a door in the cave?
Exactly, right? Unless, goblins built
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm. What's any difference between the two? Like tall, short,
Oh, they're about same looking.
Hmm.
Not, I mean, so one of them has a big, like, red X drawn on the ground.
Red X.
That's obviously the best one.
And the other one is just empty.
empty. There's a red X there.
I mean, it's not empty. It doesn't have any
Symbols.
drawing
What
symbols
does
on
that
it.
red X mean? Is it a trap door?
Is it treasure?
Yeah, it's a treasure.
X marks the spot.
Could it be a symbol in a different language?
What the hell is
No,
that?
it's literally an X, like
Just an
cross.
X.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like.
Yeah.
Okay, can you describe me again? Like, what are we seeing? We see an X on the ground.
Uh huh.
We're in a mess, like a room, right?
Yeah, you're in a like a massive
So-
cave, sort of.
Where is it leading? If I look up, what do I see?
You see like stalagmites and stalactites. It's pretty.
Is there anything unusual about them?
The what? Stalagmites and stalactites.
Mhm.
Make a
Investigation?
investigation check. Sure. With disadvantage because you can't see in the dark.
That's a 1.
It's a 1.
That's a 1
Okay.
plus 2, so that's a 3.
Still.
So
Still
you
bad.
look
Still
up,
awful.
staring up at the ceiling, and there's one water droplet hits you right in the eye.
Ugh.
Yep.
But the fire's still up, right?
Yep, fire's still up. There is meat over there, if you'd like
I
to
don't want any
partake.
meat.
But it's up to you. You have two
Meat for a more.
Shall
Choices.
we go for the X?
choices.
Or shall we go for the none? Something in my gut tells me go for the X. What do you think, my friend?
Okay, you guys can move closer to it,
Yeah.
inspect the positioning,
Do you have
inspect
any-
everything.
Do you have detect magic?
You can make some perception checks if you'd
That's
like.
for Paladin, if I'm not mistaken.
detect magic?
What?
I mean, wizards can. Make
Could I-
Yeah,
clerics.
that's for Paladin.
Could I determine which path has the most activity of like foot traffic?
Make
You
a
mean footprints.
survival check.
Survival.
That's tracking, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess it's fair.
What's your wisdom?
14.
Or investigation. Survival or investigation. Up to you.
No, 14. Investigation is -1.
Okay.
I'm not very smart.
14 total. Okay, so you notice on this one there is more foot traffic, and on this one there is a lot less, like
Hmm.
Lot less.
2 or 3
Hmm.
footprints, whereas this is like tens of footprints.
What was our goal in here again?
We're here to slay something. Technically, we did slay something.
We're here to
Well,
slay
it-
goblins.
It's
That's
something
it.
that. Well, no,
No.
they didn't. They said that are goblins, but they didn't specify that the goblins were the ones doing it.
Yeah,
Oh.
They just said
But-
people were like.
being
being-
in coma.
Yeah, they were comatose just outside the cave. They weren't harmed. So
Yeah.
Okay.
But I realized it
But the
wouldn't be
female
goblins.
female population was missing. The female
Yes.
so
I feel like we should
I
go.
wonder if there
I
are goblins.
wonder-
Also, I forgot to mention,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the female population is like a very small percentage of.
Okay.
It's like less than 10% of the whole
What-
population. Of the,
Mm,
If we go to the right, does that mean we can find the prisoners?
if they have prisoners. My instinct is going
By right,
right.
they should
Mhm.
keep the female prisoners if they want to impregnate them. Goblin Slayer.
oh yeah, goblin
Goblin
slayer.
Slayer.
Good.
So that's what I think on the right.
Well, you can lead the charge with your dark vision.
Very well. Charge!
Before you do that,
Mm-hmm.
as you were standing there deciding on which position to go, make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Oh, I think
Am I intelligent? So.
So.
13.
Wait. They were fighting brain.
You're
Oh,
telling me the brain is in
brain.
there? It's a 13.
It's a
13?
Yeah.
It's a mindset.
You feel this
Feel?
urge
Mm.
in your mind,
Mm.
like something grabbed the inside of your head
Oh shit.
and is clawing at you, but you
So
resist it.
Yeah. I managed to resist it. As I was walking to the right or on the left? Or is like in the middle?
You're right
just
here.
there.
It's just
Right, okay.
coming
Okay.
behind you.
Our big brain.
Okay.
And
Am I the only one?
yep, you're the only one. But from there, you notice that there is a. It doesn't have tentacles like this.
What the hell is that?
Oh,
It's
I
supposed-
thought it was.
I thought it was a squid.
I was thinking that exactly.
You were thinking that?
I read about it.
For me, I thought it was gonna be. It was floating.
Yep.
It's not floating. These have like 4 legs, but
Yeah.
why not for flavor? They have tentacles because that's
Oh.
way cooler. They have tentacles, and the tentacles are right up behind you, and it's looking at you funny, and it tried to devour your intellect.
Do
So
they
what are you
have
gonna do?
eyes?
Yeah, I know what this is.
Doesn't
now.
have eyes.
They don't have eyes. Guys,
I don't think.
Turn around.
I don't think it needs eyes to sense us.
Guys, turn around. Wait, do they do this?
Okay.
Let's slowly turn around.
So, what it's going to do is run away.
Run away.
Yeah, it's gonna start running away.
Shoot.
Okay, roll
mean-
attack.
Does she get advantage? 'Cause it's
I don't know yet.
opportunity?
No.
Okay.
You don't get up. You don't get
Dirty 20. Wait, no.
No.
30, 20.
But more than 20.
That hits. Roll damage.
bleh.
Roll high.
How high?
Oh man. 6 plus 3.
9 points of piercing damage,
Yeah.
and you hit it.
On the brain.
I don't know, a weak point of a brain. Where is that, right? So you hit it somewhere,
Hit it in the
and you
middle.
notice that it actually slows its gait significantly after you hit it, so it is quite hurt.
Shoot
after
again.
you-
Shoot again.
So you shoot again. Okay, another one. Let's just say you kill it because it has 1 HP left.
Okay.
But with that second shot, you kill it completely, and you now have a dead
Brain.
brain.
That's all. That's
Guys, it tried to eat me.
all. Did it feel cool?
Did it feel cool? It
Yeah.
felt like it was clawing at my brain.
Seems pretty cool.
Seems pretty cool.
Maybe we should go the other way.
The other way, i.e. the X or the
Maybe without the X?
without the X.
Okay.
Very well.
I'm fine with that.
So, you guys move along into the cave without the X.
Was this a mistake? We shall soon find
And
out.
as you get closer and closer, you start to hear children crying. And you come into what is basically this room with another small lit fire for light and warmth. And inside, kind of like a small gated area, you see goblin children.
Oh no! Don't do this to me.
We're really going
There
for
are
them.
about 5 of them mewling and crying.
Are we gonna go Goblin Slayer on these?
Look away, child.
What you also see is butchered humans.
Butchered humans.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, yeah, the remember that meat you tasted?
Oh boy.
That was human.
I mean, not much of a difference. Seems pretty standard. The accent for this guy keeps changing.
Yeah, you sound British and then Scottish one.
Yeah, he's been to a lot of places. It's cool. I mean, he can also speak in Draconic and Infernal, but you know,
That's besides the point. Yeah.
that's beside the point.
I'll change as well.
So
Okay.
did he seize the goblins?
And you notice that the bodies are female bodies that have been butchered.
Can I see?
Do the goblin children look as if they had eaten the bodies?
They're
Any traces of blood on them or something?
very young. I mean, so you have this butcher station basically.
Oh,
Okay, let me draw it out a little bit. I'm not gonna kill you here, I promise. Okay.
Oh,
So you have this butcher station here. So this table, and then there's the goblin pen here with the little goblins in here, the little cuties, all 5 of them. And then you guys are entering from the cave entrance over here. This is the non-X, by the way. So that's confusing, but this is divide that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
I wonder.
Okay. And that's like a where they butcher the stuff. Little fires over here, little goblins over there.
Are they like in a pen?
Yeah, they're like how you would
They're just like in a pen, like
in a pen. They're comfortable. They have blankets and pillows and toys and stuff.
They're just in a pen.
oh,
Yeah,
like
they're in a
chow
pen.
pen.
Just
Yeah,
in a
child
pen.
pen.
In a pen. Kind of wish I was a warlock now, but then never mind.
I go closer to the cage, but just outside, kneel down and stuff.
The goblin kids there are younger than you.
You're 8 years old.
If I wave, like, do they react?
Not
Or they're just
really.
scared.
Aggressive actually.
Aggressive.
Barring their teeth.
I bar back.
Okay.
For a second, I was gonna ask if I could intimidate them, but I feel in hindsight that was not such a
I
good idea.
use burning hands. No.
Jesus.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Flambe.
Okay.
Maybe not while DDC is watching.
No. I'm not gonna use it.
Okay. What are you gonna do? What are you guys gonna do in this room? Are you just gonna leave it be?
Nothing.
Nothing? You just
No.
gonna leave it
Just leave them
So,
be.
it's
Let them
just-
start. Okay, now I'm left with an option: whether to kill these babies or let them starve. Either way.
So setting them free is not an option. They'll probably do.
Probably no. Most likely no. The lesser goblins they are, the better. Now, what shall we do? Shall I leave the slaying to you while I take Dee
Is there
out?
such thing as a good goblin?
No. There's no such thing as a good goblin.
Make a history check.
Oh my
Make
gosh.
a history check. Oh boy.
I mean, well, just play with goblin.
History.
Is there a good goblin?
One more time. 10.
10 total?
Yeah.
Can't seem to recall any good goblins specifically.
Little lady, I'm over 200 years old. What the hell? I'm Western? Alright. Little lady, I'm over 200 years old, and I've never met a single good goblin. No, that doesn't sound Western enough.
Okay, point is you've never met a single good goblin.
Yeah.
What's your plan next?
I'll take Dee out.
Okay.
The barbarian takes the rest.
So you're just like, lapastang.
It's like you're just dragging her away and she's like,
Come here, come here.
So I'm just.
she just waves goodbye to the goblins.
Okay.
So you are left alone in the cage of goblins.
And then as we pass the barbarian, I'll let you do the job.
Oh, Jesus.
Here's some gold.
we pass him some of the gold ore.
Yikes.
Okay,
Here's some gold. You know what to do.
you do know what to do.
I do know it.
What do you want to do?
Or
Mr.
it's his
Barbarian,
choice
sir?
whether he
What
does it
do I
or not
want?
does it. The way he takes the gold.
Do I want to murder children?
You're in the dilemma.
My casual Wednesday night dilemma.
Hey, that's the point of D&D. Put you in
Um,
casual Wednesday night dilemmas.
You know what? I am.
Don't tell me you're gonna rage in front of the kids.
You know, I'm going to throw my water skin into the cup,
Okay.
as well as I'm going to cut a bit of my rope off and also throw it in.
Rope? Okay.
And then I am going to. I'll probably walk out and maybe take a skull for good measure. Is there any skulls in here?
Make an investigation check real quick.
Woo. Investigation is done. So, Jesus. 12.
12.
Plus.
Yeah, not too hard on one of these butcher blocks. Just it's a smaller, maybe a child or a halfling skull, but
Okay.
skull nonetheless.
I attach it to my belt and just start humming and walking on.
Okay.
It's a barbarian, so gotta keep up that vibe.
Gotta keep up that look.
Yeah.
Barbarian.
Why is my
So,
my iPad's bugging out? Sorry.
So then we go to the other door.
Okay, so you guys decide to go through the other entrance.
Yes.
Okay, so this large X telling goblins to stay away, and you do not stay away because you are brave and you are not goblins.
I would say we're reckless in general.
Okay. There is still a bit
Doesn't
of...
help that DD's stupid and brave.
So,
Yeah.
as you enter this area, strangely, there is a bit of light. There are
Another light.
these like motes of light on the wall, like inbuilt into the wall. These like little red and blue and multicolored lights. Yeah, like orbs of light ingrained into the walls, and you notice that it is much cleaner in here. There is less of a cave feeling and more of a someone built through this tunnel feeling.
Intelligent life form.
Okay.
I would say
So it's a narrow rectangular corridor. Not narrow, but a rectangular corridor. You guys are, as the other cave was curved. This one is straight. Right, it's a straight shot, and as you are moving along through this entrance, you see in the distance like a humanoid figure laid down, leaning against the side of the wall.
lean.
Yeah,
Is
like,
he alive?
you can go up to them and check.
Alright, I'll go check him.
Okay, you see
Hello?
this
Hello there.
human, this old humanoid man, bearded, with like a stick in his hand. He's skinny, but he's not emaciated. Like he's not. Doesn't look like he's been
Starved?
starving for months or days or
Okay,
whatever.
So he's not
But
that
he's-
skinny.
He's skinny.
Is he muttering or saying anything?
No, he's snoring quietly, actually.
Old
But
man.
as you approach, he's going, "Who's that?
It's me. It's AJ.
Who's that? Don't come closer."
Is he
flailed
blind?
his stick about.
Is he blind?
Old man, I suggest you put that stick down.
Hello.
What's up, brother?
Nothing. I got lost and I'm sleeping here.
You got lost?
Yes.
Have you seen any goblins?
No, they stay away.
They stay away from you?
Yeah.
Now, why would a goblin stay away from an old man?
Or maybe they're staying away from this tunnel.
How long have you been here, old man?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's been time. Days, maybe. Weeks, maybe.
How are you still alive?
I'm not sure myself. And, he's leaning up against the wall, eyes closed again. Like a relief that it's not a threat that has come towards him. Can you guide me out of the tunnel?
We shall try. But first, we need to take care of a problem. I guess we'll explain to him.
Can you guide me now, please? Just
I'll give you guidance.
just get me through that empty hall into a point to which I can just hold the wall and feel my way through.
Can we see if he's blind?
Is he blind? Like, is he like...
So you go up to his face and do that. He doesn't react to it.
Oh no.
Just help me get out of here.
What do we get in return?
You're helping an old man.
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Alright, guys. Shall we help this old man?
It's up to you. Do you want to turn back and go all the way to the other entrance?
Then where we have to crawl.
Well, he just said he needed help getting to the other side, just so he could get to a place where he could feel his way out. Or you could just leave him here and pick him up later.
I mean, are we in any hurry? Is
In
there
real
a
life,
deadline?
yes, but I'd say no. But very well out of the consciousness of my temple. Very well.
What?
Okay.
By the way, what is your god?
I have no idea.
Okay, you're a forged domain, so let's just say the Allhammer.
Very well. All hammer.
I can respect that.
So very well, man. We'll help you show you your way,
Okay.
and then I will say it in Dwarvish language. Yeah, way. Alright? Which means I know the way.
Okay, so you bring him around and you show him the way. You show him the way.
Oh, God.
I think you just annoyed somebody on the other side.
And
Yes. Never mind. I'm not gonna do
do
it.
you lead him all the way out of the cave, or just to the?
Just to the where we have to crawl.
Okay. And along the way, he's like, I've been waiting so long to get out. It feels like an eternity I've been stuck here. Just counting the days by the sounds of goblins.
No worries, old man.
How did you even get here in the first place?
I'm not sure myself.
I'm rather worried. I feel like this man's gonna be all like Daredevil style.
Is he a monk?
That's the
Is
thing.
it
Like I'm
wizards?
like, he's giving me that old man like monk style.
Make a insight check.
Something about this man doesn't feel right for me. Insight. Insight was it?
Yes.
17.
17. The way he said eternity struck you,
Eternity.
as if it wasn't an exaggeration.
This is okay. Is he's human, right?
As far as you can tell.
Is he?
What is your name, my old man?
Ronnie.
Ronnie?
Yeah. Haven't said my name in a while.
Ronald Weasley.
Ronnie, can you tell us how you came to this place?
I'm not sure it's. I don't know.
Were you a
I feel
slave?
like I'm a senile old man and I forgot my way and I somehow found myself here of all places.
Were you a slave?
No,
No.
I was never bound as a slave.
Hmm.
I wouldn't consider it slavery. Imprisonment, maybe.
He's torn, right? Torn clothes, right?
Yeah, like a torn white robe.
Does he have any like lashings on his back?
His back is covered by his
Okay, never mind.
robe, so you can't see it.
Imprisonment. Were you a prisoner of war? Perhaps?
So you guys were about halfway through to the entrance
Yeah.
at this point.
Then just follow the entrance open, and it'll lead you.
So you sent him all the way to that entrance?
Let's say halfway, perhaps.
Just halfway?
Yeah.
He says, I can't. There's nowhere for me to feel my way out here.
When you feel air, that's when you know you're out.
I feel air everywhere.
Fine, let's do this, old man.
Like, you want him to just to the point that you were crawling in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get him to that point. He says, thank you so much. And he starts crawling and feeling his way through.
Yes. Why are you giving me that face?
Nothing.
Oh.
Why did I feel like we made a mistake?
And you guys start to head back.
Yes.
Okay.
To the X.
Okay, towards the X.
Yeah.
Okay, so towards the X. So you trek back all the way, and along the way, you see popping up sometimes. No, one of those brain creatures
Brains.
just skittering away.
What the hell are these brains? Maybe I would say, have you ever seen these creatures?
Okay. And then
Will this be a nature check or a history check? Like, just
you
if
can do
we-
either one, a nature check or a history
Like
check.
we've,
Actually, a history check would be more appropriate.
like we've
Okay.
never. I don't know if
I
we've
can
seen
do
these
that.
things before.
Okay.
History, eh?
Uh,
How's my history? I
Anything
have
you'd
0
like
in
to do,
history.
Anything you would like to do?
Anything the 8-year-old is good in history, perhaps?
So you guys are at the mouth of the
I'm
X
only 8.
cave. You guys are going through that rectangular hallway, and you notice as you go deeper into the hallway, past the point where you found the man, it is starting to seem like more built. Like you see, like crown molding on the ceilings, like
Crown.
like molding on the ceiling, like they designed it and
Yeah.
chiseled it into place,
Oh.
and you see like etched frames where there are hieroglyphics and drawings and
Guys,
other
do you
forms.
feel like that old man did all this? Could it be him that did all this? I wouldn't believe goblins would be able to do these kinds of drawings.
I don't know.
I feel there is a greater power in play.
Indeed.
And believed to be.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun.
You're having
I
fun.
got to kill things. I got to go out and have an adventure.
She reminds me of little Tina from Borderlands.
I mean, I got the skull. It's pretty good.
I got this all. Man, I don't have any more gold.
Okay, what else are you doing? Are you guys just pushing forward, pushing
Yeah,
along?
we'll say pushing forward.
Okay, so as you push forward, you see parts of this tunnel have collapsed in, and you have to curve around, getting narrower and widening, and then narrowing in parts again. And you get to a point where there is a door, like a double doorway.
Huh. A door in a
Made
cave.
of stone.
Like a double.
Double door.
My gosh. What's the door made of? Wood?
You go up to it and touch it.
Yeah.
Ping, ping.
Metal.
Metallic.
How would they make this here?
I mean, we have a great club.
Is it like dusty or
Uh,
I mean, that's just
yeah, it's pretty dusty.
so it hasn't been touched for quite a while?
Uh huh.
Huh.
We could try and use the Great Club, I guess, but I didn't know if that would work.
I mean, it's closed at this point. But
Mm.
it's up to you. But
Does it look like as if this door has been opened at all?
It's dusty, so
So it's dusty, so if we pretty much taken out almost every single threat, maybe you think we should just go back? I mean,
but I'm so damn curious about this door. My forged domain calls me to open this door.
This giant metal door.
Yes, this giant metal.
well, that was just me saying like player to player. He's just
Oh.
waiting on you guys.
And does it have a handle or perhaps?
it doesn't have a handle. It's
So just a pushing door? Alright, so I push it open then. Eh. Okay.
You peer inside. The same multicolored lights.
That was convenient.
Is that convenient or was that you or was it just pure convenient?
That was pure coincidence.
Oh my god.
Quantify magic right there.
Nice.
Okay.
But you see the same multicolored lights that opens up into a chamber, and you can. Okay, what you see here is. How do I describe this? Like these, kind of like, you know how you have a campfire stone building thingy?
Mhm.
Like you put stones around a campfire.
Monastery?
No, like around a campfire, you
Ah,
put
yeah,
stones
yeah,
around
yeah,
it.
yeah. Is it that like Dark Souls-ish kind of thing?
But like you have like that higher elevation sort of stone encircling part, right
Yes,
there,
Yeah.
and you see these stone brains.
Stone brains.
Yeah, and in this chamber there are maybe 6 of them total.
So you're
like,
saying that
sprawled
there's a,
out
like
across
the one that we encountered, but in stone,
bigger.
bigger,
Like
with tentacles.
like 10 feet by 10 feet across,
That's one big brain, and there are 6 of them.
spread out across like this.
Are they like standing on their tentacles?
No, it's not tentacles. It's like a stone base, and then this stone part is popping up.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Now, why would there be 6 brains here?
And when you draw the entrance, you guys are over here with those double doors, and there is just like a circle, and then it's just a hole, basically.
A hole.
Yep.
But they're made out of stone, right? I guess I'll make
The brains are made of stone?
Yeah. I guess I meant inspections, perhaps their
Go ahead and
writings.
make what are you looking for specifically?
Any sort of writing, perhaps,
Like
to
any
indicate.
indication?
Yeah,
Okay.
an indication of what these are.
What languages do you speak?
Common, Dwarvish, Draconic.
Okay, make your investigation check.
Let's see what these are in.
Investigation, was it?
Yep.
Investigation. Yeah, 18.
18. You do find like symbols and drawings and runes, but none of them are in any languages you understand.
Damn it.
But from your interpretation of the
Hieroglyphics.
hieroglyphics, that's such a hard word to say.
Yeah.
Hieroglyphics, you notice that this seems like a intelligence devourer farm, like those brain thing farm.
Do I know what language, or at least a hint of what language?
This would be
Under.
undercommon, I think. So there are,
out of all the languages.
and not undercommon.
Deep speech? Wait.
Might be deep speech.
Jeez, Mitch.
I don't think anyone here.
No, I only know Infernal, Common, and Draconic.
8-year-old.
I'm 8. I don't know much.
Now, why would there be 6 big ones? We did encounter a small brain.
So
Would this indicate
from the hieroglyphics, you know that they are farmed here and they're bred and
they're bred
born
here?
here. Yes.
Would that mean that these 6 are parents? The leaders, perhaps?
There is a hole at the other side of the room.
Yes.
You can go explore if you wish.
Shall
as
we? Look, guys, there's a hole. A brain hole. I don't know.
It's just like a smooth carved hole.
Carved.
Yeah. It's not like a collapsed hole, it's carved. Like placed there
Yeah,
specifically.
I'm curious.
You have the dark vision.
Yeah, but I'm curious. What happens when the brain devours intelligence?
No, must happen before.
Like, does it take the appearance of the human when I think of it? Damn it, this will become more ET. Alright, I'll take a look in the hole.
Okay. You you peer into the opening, and you know it's just smooth all the way down.
There's no stairs or just a hole.
And it's smooth, and then there's a landing.
Can I?
And you see at least 2 levels, like 2 different points at which it could. I mean, 2 different points for rooms. Yeah.
Can I throw a torch down there?
Okay, sure you can. Just roll a percentile dice.
Oh my gosh!
No, not the lovely things we shall see.
So 0 is 0. 0, 0.
And then
4.
4.
So you're saying 4%?
It's 4%. No, that's fine. Because I gave you a. Okay, never mind. I don't know how to. I'm not going to explain it to you.
Never mind.
But the torch, you can see the light. It lights up the pathways. There's more carvings into the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, slightly more. And then they seem decorative more than anything. And then it just goes all the way down and then chook, hits the bottom. And it's about 40 feet, maybe?
Nothing reacts as I threw it there, like nothing flew.
I mean, make a perception check while that's happening. Sure. After you toss it in.
I'm rather perception. 15.
15. No.
Nope.
Nothing you notice.
Baby's getting bored. She's gonna explore the room.
Well, we can't jump in. How the hell am I gonna get back up? What shall we do?
Dee got bored, so she's just gonna explore the room and see if anything strikes out as her. She's not sure what she's looking for. If anything seems strange or interesting, she'll report back.
Okay. Make an investigation check with disadvantage. Because you're aimlessly like looking through things, and we'll just see.
So that's 10.
10. There's a lot of pretty drawings on the walls.
What do the drawings look like?
It's like depictions of mind flayers.
Oh.
Mind
She
what?
wouldn't know what that is, but she'll just say, "Ooh."
Like tentacled creature, octopus-faced creatures, just chilling.
Just chill.
Octopus brain octopus.
Is that an octopus?
Mossius.
I am going to walk over to. I'm going to walk back out and look at the brains again, like the giant stone brains.
Sure thing.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice anything like magical about it? Would that be Arcana?
Just make an investigation check to see what you can ascertain from peering at this thing closely. Yeah.
That's 5.
5. Okay. It's a pretty hard stone.
Maybe I can
Nice.
help you with that.
Okay, so as you guys are standing around, not really paying attention.
I can do a ritual.
Where are you right now? Where are you in the room right now?
I would say I will be him. Well, I can do identify. but
Okay,
it's-
so you were peering at the walls. You were by a brain. Is this one alright?
Yeah, that's right.
And you were right by the tunnel. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you are peering right through the tunnel, you see from the bottom entrance, you see floating up.
What's that?
Scheiße.
What the hell is that?
2 mind flayers.
Mind what?
Scheiße.
Slayers?
Mind
Flayers.
Mind
Flay.
Flayers. Mind flayer. Okay.
Oh boy.
My brother.
It'd be deep speech to communicate with a mouse.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Oh, please stop. Don't fight. Shall we make this non-violent?
Let's, I mean, they're probably not going to listen because they're like relentless slave drivers, but you know.
And they look towards you, and you hear this voice in your mind go, "Leave."
Who said that? Do I see them? I turn around.
You turn around, yeah, you do see them. You see the two of them there.
Octopus Man!
Let's go. No, it's not. It's Squidward. I don't know.
What are you guys doing? These guys,
You. Who are you?
This is our home. Please leave before things get out of hand.
Octopus Man?
Yeah, out of hand. Talking for someone who doesn't have a hand. Betty, does have a hand?
They do have.
They have
hands.
Never mind. I
They
thought they
have
were the
hands.
brains. Did you steal? Did you? What the hell? Did you put our people? No, not our. Did you put the people in the comatose state? Or is it you?
We needed nutrition for the mother brain to reproduce, to recreate, to renew,
So it was you.
to refresh.
Nice. Refreshing.
Yes, how refreshing. I don't know. For me, I would like to think that as like I'm lighting my cigar.
Okay.
This
So it was you.
What's he talking about?
this mother brain you speak of, is it a god or is it something more mortal?
It is.
It is
All of us.
How long?
Please leave us be.
And if we don't,
We are merely here to recreate our kind, to become a proud race once again.
by hurting our kind,
By gathering nutrition,
why not take the nutrition
required.
from goblins instead of us?
goblins are not intelligent enough.
What do we get if we leave?
From me, gratitude. From my entire race,
Race.
gratitude.
What will happen to the village near if we let you be?
We will consume, but with our consumption comes rebirth. We will become anew. The Illithid shall rise again from the Underdark.
Should I use my different accent?
You
How are you guys reacting to this?
I
I don't know. For me,
These
yeah.
plain frickin' clueless.
I have a javelin ready.
Okay.
I pull it out and just have it ready in my hand, preparing it to throw if necessary.
Okay.
Me, I would say I would cross my arms and say,
Please lower your weapon. There's no need for that. We are here peacefully, and we would like you to leave peacefully.
"You are not here peacefully." Wait, no, that's my Indian. I mean, I do my Indian accent when I do this.
Okay.
Oh. Wait, no, I'm not gonna do it.
What do you want to do?
I'm afraid
Decide.
we cannot let this be.
If you do not leave,
Why? They're not doing anything.
Look at the people that they've done.
I wasn't there.
What do you mean, weren't there?
oh no, I need my monster manual.
I have a copy of monster.
No, where is it? No, I have mine.
Look at what they've done to the village.
Actually,
They put them in the comatose state.
What village?
No, it's here. Okay, no,
Ah,
I have,
yeah,
I have the page
I
bookmark.
came late for the meeting.
I brought it just in case.
Yeah, it's always good to have.
Mm.
I used to carry around a gym bag filled with stuff,
Gym bag.
but then I, downgraded. Tote bag is enough. Alright, where is my TSA bookmark? Alright.
Here we go.
Alright, so
If I let you leave or reproduce, many more will be put in the comatose state.
Do they die?
in that case, roll initiative.
Okay, we don't get a choice then. Great.
I mean, you had a choice, but you chose to act accordingly.
He chose. Didi's just still not sure what's going on.
If
Well-
you were like maybe 16, 17, then maybe.
I mean, you guys can choose not to attack them because he's going to attack because they're probably going to attack what is hostile, and it seems like he is taking a hostile stance from what he has said.
Forgive
Whoa.
me. I mean, I think we'd take us to your mother.
No.
If I were to say that, would they take us to their mother?
Probably
You
not.
would not want that to happen.
They'd probably take us to their mother in
All right,
a comatose state.
25 to 20
No,
initiative.
No.
15 to
no. I think all of us below 10.
10.
I got
Okay,
five.
okay. So
All of us.
13. 13.
No,
as
no,
well.
13. There you go. She's
We all
13.
get 13.
No.
what'd you get?
13.
13.
Okay, 13. Both of you 13.
Yeah.
Who's got the higher dex? Probably you, right? What's your dex?
Just 3.
My dexterity.
Yeah,
That's
plus.
more.
Plus
you know,
3.
plus 3 as well. My gosh.
Roll a d6. Even you, odd you.
Odd.
Even.
Odd. No, one person roll.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yes. So odd, you go first.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sorry.
Dee
I go
goes
last.
first.
Jesus.
Eden goes next. And then AJ.
8.
AJ. Alright, so top of the round. It is the Illithid's turn.
Elephants.
Yes.
First time I've heard of that. Elephants.
And
battle music.
really, the first time we've heard of.
I've only started playing this year.
Okay, so they are going to levitate towards you.
Levitate.
Yep, that's enough.
Oh, aku je.
And both of them are going to
Oh,
mind blast you.
are they... Is that like a Jimmy Neutron thing?
That would have been awesome if I had Eldritch Blast.
No, it's not. no.
Kamehameha!
Roll a intelligence saving throw.
Intelligent.
My brain
Roll
blast.
2.
No. 2 times.
What was the first one?
4. 16.
16. Okay. So with the first one, you take 10 points of psychic damage,
Oh my gosh.
and you are stunned.
I'm stunned.
Yes.
Okay.
Next, Didi, is your turn.
And she shouts, "Wait, I don't get it! Why are we fighting?"
They hate me. You must fight for me.
Anything
You
else
can't
want-
see anything.
But, damn it.
Yeah, you're stunned. Just anything else you want to do?
No, because she doesn't know what's going on.
AJ, it's now your turn. Eden, sorry. Eden, it's now your turn.
Fight for your uncle. Uncle will give you candy later.
Oh god.
Okay.
You're stunned. You can't see anything.
You see your cleric getting mind blasted
I'm fast.
through his gills.
I'm
He's now stunned. What are you doing?
gonna throw a javelin.
Okay, you're throwing a javelin.
I'll have to roll.
At AJ? Or?
I'll throw at the I'll throw at
So
this
you
one.
guys are
Okay,
like
okay.
letting me be attacked, and then I
That is, what do I add?
your strength.
Oh, your strength is modified.
Strength.
And your proficiency, I'm mistaken. So it should
oh,
be
yeah.
plus 6.
Yep, 7 plus 6, that is 13.
13 doesn't hit.
So it sails past.
Yeah.
So,
So-
they have that high AC. My
Right next to him.
gosh.
Well, I'm about to be brain blasted.
Okay, so AJ, it is your turn,
Please forgive me.
but you are stunned.
Forgive me.
So now it is the two Illithids' turn,
Forgive me.
and one of them is going to go up against you.
Again.
Hey, wait, this one exactly. He's going to grab at you,
You're gonna grapple me?
and wait, no, it's a melee attack. So
That's a melee.
that is a 16 to hit.
No.
No, okay, even in your stunned state, your armor is still enough to protect you. He tries to wrap his tentacles around your head.
Oh.
You're gonna have nightmares.
You see the tentacles like wrap around these slimy things and the toothy mouth, like all teeth on all sides, ready to devour your brain, but misses you. And the second one is going to levitate around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And is going to do a little mind blast towards you. Make an intelligence saving throw.
That one was.
Wait, oh.
Wait, isn't your intelligence rather high?
No.
No?
God, no. 11.
11 doesn't
No.
make it, unfortunately.
No.
So
Right.
you take bad rolls.
This is Pirates of the
6
Caribbean.
points
Okay, 6.
of psychic damage,
And
and you
stunned.
are stunned.
Right.
How long am I stunned for exactly? Are we stunned for?
You'll see.
Alright.
Alright, Didi, it's your turn. You see your two comrades are stunned and being hurt by these monsters.
No.
And they are
She
monsters.
shouts once again, "What's going on? I don't
No,
understand.
don't do
Why
this.
are we
We're not
fighting?
we're not doing robot dance. We're having a seizure, damn it.
Why do we have to fight?
Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's not funny
Okay.
anymore."
Eden,
Hmm.
it is your turn. But you are stunned.
Yes.
Yeah.
AJ, you snap out of your stun. It's now your turn.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Are they wearing any armor?
As far as you can tell, maybe.
Any metal?
Yes.
The one in front of me?
Yes.
Oh. I see what's
Heat metal!
Okay. That is a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Natural 18.
No. Damn it.
Half damage.
Half damage, okay.
Damage, at least.
How much HP do I have?
Now, how much damage? How
much damage?
does it do?
Alright, I was still.
You roll a d8.
2d8s.
You roll 1d8 because half damage.
No, it's okay. Roll 2d8.
Oh,
and
okay.
2d8s, then that
Okay.
will be half.
half that number.
This is like 1 hour has already passed by this point, right?
14.
Yeah, probably.
So,
Okay.
14,
So
so
if
7.
14,
doesn't
7
happen
points of
anymore.
damage. You see the armor searing the chest of this.
Yes. No.
Oh, yeah, this lasts for a minute.
Wait.
What?
It
Yeah, it lasts
minute.
for a minute.
A minute?
So
Okay,
every-
so that's 10 rounds. Okay, so every round it'll take. Is it a concentration spell?
Yes. I
Wait.
believe-
Okay.
I
No.
believe it is.
Wait, yes.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
It is the Illithid's turn again. It's going to try to melee you with its.
You will have a disadvantage on your roll.
Okay, with its tentacles again. Do brain extraction. Let's go. Natural 17, natural 14.
No.
That's plus 19 to hit.
Never mind.
Okay,
Uh,
so that is one of these boys and one of these boys. That is 8 points of piercing damage as it begins to burrow into your skull.
oh,
Oh,
no.
So the tentacles are you can feel them melting your skin and your bones, and you feel the munching of the teeth gnawing on
Please.
your skull.
Then I would say, please, Didi, help us.
And you are grappled.
Uncle will give you money later. Uncle can buy you so many things, man. What do you want to buy?
All right. And the second one is going to
do you
go.
have, I don't know, it's like, what's the word? Like, multiple personality disorder or something?
Up against you.
I would say so,
Eden,
yeah. So I can.
And
I was-
is
yeah,
going to
I
try
have
to
different
devour your
accents.
brain.
Oh, great.
With a natural 2, it's not going to devour anybody's brain.
Yay.
So, next up is
Hurrah.
Didi.
Didi, save me.
Also, it's not much of a brain.
Uncle.
Oh,
Uncle can
man.
give you 15 gold.
No, she finally sees all this chaos happening. I
Uh-huh.
guess it's considered chaos, and
Please, please, please.
she swears in halfling
Okay.
and finally takes out her hand crossbow, aims it and loads it and aims it at the one in blue,
Want in blue?
trying to go for a headshot.
What's the range of
That's
that?
the thing. That's so
30
what.
feet, but I don't think that's
15,
enough.
20, 25,
Otherwise it's
30,
gonna have
35,
to-
40 feet. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
you can
this-
move.
It would be disadvantage.
You can move closer, so it's not disadvantage.
Thing is
I'll move,
the
okay, I'll move
stone.
closer. Just get within
Up
range.
this way.
Yeah,
1, 2. Yeah, that's 1.
within range.
I don't think that.
5, 10, 15, 20. No.
Okay.
Okay, within range. Cool.
Yep.
Mm. Let's see. Okay, that's 17.
17, that hits.
Okay.
Roll damage. Roll high.
7.
7
Piercing.
points. Onto the colored one or to the.
I believe
The colored one.
Okay.
Trying to get a headshot.
-7. You hit him in the nape of the neck, but only like grazing it, so his armor is still protecting him. So
Action surge.
action
Oh.
surge. Okay.
Thank goodness for that short rest.
I think it's once per shot.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
19.
Definitely hits.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
9. 9 piercing damage.
9 points of piercing damage. You are laying into this creature, first grazing the neck, severing several blood arteries, and he's profusely bleeding. And now to the side,
No free lunch!
towards his you see towards his stomach, just piercing right through. And that's -9 damage. Okay, so at the end of your turn,
Is it possible to duck down and not be seen?
I don't think he
I
can
don't
move
know.
anymore.
Wait, like bonus action hide.
that's a
No, that's a rogue
Oh.
thing. I'm not a rogue.
Okay, so next up is Eden.
Hmm.
What are you up to, buddy?
Have I snapped out?
Yes, you have just snapped out
Okay.
of your.
I'm once again going to activate Rage because I may as well use it now. Right, and then I am going to pull out Massacre again, my great sword, and
Okay.
I am going to do that.
Okay, do your thing, fam.
With my bonus action, I'm going to also use my bonus action Frenzy.
Okay.
So that is a 4, great. So the first one would definitely miss.
What is it total?
4 plus my strength, so 10.
10? Does not hit.
Right. My second one, that's a 15 plus 6, so that's a
21, that hits.
okay. Roll for damage, which is 1, 3, 4. That's 8 points of slashing
8
damage.
points of slashing damage. You slice through this creature. It's, you know, it tries to cover itself up, and you slice right through those, its arms right through the bone. How much was that? 7?
8. 8 points
Points
of
of
slashing
slashing
damage.
damage. Okay. So, now, AJ, it is your turn.
Told the dead.
Hold it in on which one?
In front of me.
Okay. You're gonna go bing bong.
Yes.
Bing bong. That is a. What's a roll?
13.
What type of wisdom got?
Right. Yes.
Wisdom saving throw? Okay. That is a 9. No, okay.
You take.
1d12. Roll low.
I did roll low.
How much?
3.
Okay.
3 points.
Plus. Okay, so boom! The toll of the dead with the big bell ring hurts it, but not as much as you wish.
Alright. Bonus action healing word on myself.
Okay,
Again.
heal yourself.
Yeah, I'm still doing pretty well for health.
Okay.
9.
How are your spell slots doing?
I say I'm still good. That's all. That's all for me.
That is AJ's turn done. The Illithid's turn now. In frustration, it's going to mind blast you again. So roll another intelligence saving throw. 16 just makes it. Okay. So you still take
Half damage.
you take 2 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
But you are not stunned. That's the first Illithid. The second Illithid is going to go towards you and is going to try to devour your brain again. Natural 3 is not going to do it. So
Whoa. These tentacles really aren't feeling it today. Weird that sounds.
yeah, Didi, it's your turn now. What are you doing?
Damn it, I can't take that name seriously.
I'm gonna trust that he'll be okay.
Thank you, Didi.
I go for the other one.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm charging in, going for melee.
Okay. So you.
No, I'm power for you later. Huh?
Yep. Go ahead. Do your melee attacks.
Sandwiching it.
Two weapon fighting. So
weapon
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Do both.
Mm-hmm.
Remember your magic weapon.
First, natural 1 halfling. Does that work? No, that's a check.
Are you halfling?
Yeah. Everything?
Luck.
Yes. 18. Okay. 18 plus. What was it? Rapier, stabby first.
Okay.
I forgot your magic weapon.
No, an hour already passed.
Damn it.
So it's just plus 5. That's and yeah, hit should hit. 18 plus 5 to hit. So damage is 1d8 plus 3.
Okay. Roll your 1d8.
5.
5 points of piercing damage as you pierce right through.
Then
His armor.
Scimitar. 15 plus 5, 30, 20.
That
D6.
definitely hits.
7 points of slashing damage.
Alright, you slash him 7 points of slashing damage right around his love handles. Shing, shing. Even though it's a pretty skinny Illithid. Okay, so. Next, it is Eden's turn. What are you doing?
Well, I'm still in my rage, so I'm gonna, as usual, slash at it again, but I will not use frenzy. Because if I use it again, I'll have a point of exhaustion.
Okay. Frenzy lasts a minute, if I'm not mistaken, or longer.
Okay, so I can
So,
probably...
so you still have Frenzy, don't
Yeah.
worry.
That's a 20, not nat.
Okay.
No,
That
not
definitely
nat.
hits.
10 and 2, 6. And then I'll roll that again because bonus attack 2, 2, 4. That's an 8.
8 points of
And
slashing
then
damage.
with my second attack, I'll roll it for that. That is a 6, and that is a 1. So 7 plus 4, that is 11.
11. The second attack is 11?
Yeah.
Okay, so this creature is very hurt at this point. But you don't kill it, just barely.
Okay.
So that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
You slash it twice, ripping right through its bones and armor. Not a problem for you. Evan's turn is over. AJ, it is your turn now.
Can I shoot sacred flame from that area to the...
To the other one?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Alright. Sacred flame it is then.
Roll. You roll. Or do I roll?
Dexterity
Dexterity
saving
saving
throw.
throw.
The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
What's the roll?
Yeah, what's your
13, right? Fails. So
Take 1d8 radiant damage.
1d8 of radiant damage. 2. That is just enough. So the radiant flames from your hand you shoot. The flames from the forge of the Allhammer fly through your hands and burn up this Illithid creature, dying where it farms its little monsters.
Wonder how the other friend reacts.
Aegis' turn is done. It is now
Illithid.
the Illithid's turn. And it is going to
Attack me.
jump into the hole.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it staying there or is it gone?
It jumped into the hole. It fell 40 feet, but with its levitation, it's fine. So, you get an attack of opportunity. Go ahead.
Alright. So I roll for. No, that's not happening.
We've only had guiding bolt. That's fine.
For 4. Okay.
Nope. That won't hit.
No, that's not gonna
So, Didi, it's your turn now. You saw that the illithid creature in front of you died, and the other creature jumped down the hole.
wanted to throw guiding bolt, was it?
Yeah,
Do it.
I rush forward to see if I can manage to shoot at it. I
With your
probably
Okay, you rush
disadvantage.
forward. Go ahead.
crossbow, longbow?
With my hand crossbow, as usual.
It is not a disadvantage. Actually, it is. Yeah, about 40 feet away from you.
Yeah.
So yes, at disadvantage.
Man, I wish I had that 19. Anyway. Disadvantage. So that's 17.
17.
Yeah.
That still hits. Roll damage. What was it?
Oh, it's only one.
1 plus
3, so 4.
4 points of damage. How do you want to kill this thing? That is just enough. Like, just enough to kill it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Headshot?
So one thing she never mentioned was that she used to take ballet
Oh.
lessons, so she grand plies towards the hole and manages to somehow
Aim and fire.
aim, trying to go for another headshot, as
Another
always.
headshot. Okay. With the gravity helping the bolt, it pierces right through that thick illithid skull, through the back of it, and through its teethy mouth. Teethy mouth.
I hope this is worth it!
And you hear the blood spatter everywhere,
Oh man.
and you are effectively out of combat.
Haha, take that, octopi.
Octopi.
I don't feel good about this.
I don't know if I should say the
I
other
shall do.
word. Octopus. Yeah. Yeah, octopus.
Okay. What do you guys want to do now?
Inspect
You
the
killed
bodies,
the
of course.
illithid.
I'd like to inspect the body of the elephant.
Okay, make an investigation check.
And I'll help him then. So he.
How many can you use?
That's 12.
12. Okay, you search through the pockets of the illithid.
So.
You find a very nice ring on one of them. The one that's closest to you, that is. And the other one is in the tunnel, so you would have to find a way to get down to the tunnel to loot that one.
Yes.
Do I know what the ring is?
You'd have to take time to understand what
Well,
it is.
surprisingly for you, I can use identify.
Oh, how
Oh, so you do have some utility.
Yeah, I can identify the ring for you.
Okay.
Takes me 1 minute though.
Ritual?
Yep.
Okay, so you do.
It takes 10 minutes.
It says here 1 minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a cleric thing.
I suppose this was written here, surprisingly.
At least you won't have to use
Alright,
a
it says
slot.
here you choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If
Yep,
it
yep,
is
yep.
a magic item or something, you will learn its properties and how to use them.
Yeah. Thankfully, you don't waste a slot, so as long.
Actually, I have to waste one.
No, you don't have to.
No?
It's a ritual.
If it's a ritual, you don't need to waste a slot.
Alright.
Anyway, what's happening? Are you guys gonna go down and loot the other one, or are you guys just gonna skedaddle skedoodle?
Skedaddle,
Shall I
skedaddle.
identify the ring first?
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead and identify
So
the
identify
ring.
the ring. So I roll for what?
No, you don't need to roll.
So I just use identify on the ring and I cast a ritual.
You know, it's weird that a level 3 has identified, because I think
I
this
guess
is the
depends
first
on the
time
domain. I
this
suppose.
has happened to me. And usually it's like, okay, I can just wait until later until they've rested up before I tell them what the ring has. But now I actually have to tell you what the ring is.
Hey. I'm from the Forge domain, so I know my metal well.
You know your metal well. Okay, sorry. Give me 35 seconds while I figure this out.
Sure, no
But
worries.
are you guys just gonna head out after this? You guys aren't gonna explore or loot anymore.
Or shall we go into the hole?
or you're not going to take a short rest or anything. Up to you.
When I think of it, was it me, the only one that took damage from this battle?
I took damage as well, though it was only 8 points.
And,
I mean, long range fighters have it kind of easy, especially when the monsters don't have much.
yeah, that's the thing. I'm supposed to be a cleric. I should be the one staying away from battle.
Actually, no, you should be on the front lines. Clerics
Yeah.
can be tanky as
Wow.
well.
That's the thing. Like when I played D&D, I didn't realize cleric can be that damn tanky.
I mean, they've got
It
pretty high armor
depends.
class.
Yeah, I suppose, but in
Right.
general,
I mean, if you get a monk and they get a good roll for dexterity and wisdom, then you can get pretty high armor classes for that.
I suppose.
Like,
True.
if you're really lucky, you can get like up to 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you boys and girls doing?
We are having fun. I don't know.
Didi's not having fun at all. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't feel good about killing the elephant.
Does not
She's
feel
so
good.
confused.
Am I allowed to take the elephant's head and add it to my belt?
Oh my gosh!
Sure thing, you can slice it off
Yeah.
Don't look.
quite easily.
What
Slice
was
it off.
that?
Nothing.
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 Just a rock. Just a.
She's gonna see
random
that
rock.
head eventually.
Yep.
Are you
I
guys
know.
gonna take a
very
short rest,
aware.
or are you just heading out now?
Shall we have another short rest? I have a feeling we're gonna have to fight that big brain.
Oh, God.
Equipment. Illithid heads.
I wonder how the others were gonna react to seeing that.
Smiley face. Nice.
You know what? It's just a ring of protection. Gives you +1 AC.
There you go.
Nice.
If you short rest, then you attune to it.
Cool.
Yes.
So I'm assuming we're taking a short rest then, or
Or we go back and get long rest and you get to replenish your spell slots.
very well.
Sure.
So you don't attune to the ring because you're not taking a short rest.
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys head back away from this horrid place, the farm of the Illithids,
Yeah.
and you head through where you massacred the goblins.
We head away with our head.
Yeah. I want to see the
Back to
that
the
elf.
tunnels, through the path. It takes you about a couple hours to get back to the village. Well, to the mouth, the cave entrance, the very entrance of the cave.
Do we ever see the old man at all?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And as you approach closer and closer to the exit of the cave, you hear screaming. Ah! People running and hiding
no.
and
We made a
This
mistake, didn't we?
just at this point.
We made a mistake,
And-
didn't we?
As you exit, you see this large creature. It's got blue skin. It's like a giant of some sort,
Is it
maybe.
Trey?
Is it humanoid?
It is humanoid.
Okay.
It is humanoid. Giant in size. Wearing white robes, carrying a stick.
I'm trying to work out what this is.
What have we done?
What's
Okay.
that?
What race is it, may I ask?
You're not really sure.
All right.
But you see it grabbing people, snapping people in half.
So it's a bad
killing
thing.
people.
That bad, huh?
Yep,
We made a
Just-
mistake, guys.
yep. Killing everything around it.
So that's why you gave me that face, eh? So you were smirking when I.
Can I yell at it in Infernal?
Go ahead, yell at an infernal.
So I switch to Infernal and yell, "Foul beast, cease your action." Does it respond in any way? Or is it just kind of, does it not understand?
Do you remember us, old man?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. My gosh.
Doesn't understand what
So
you're
it's just
saying.
his,
maybe.
like,
Oh, it doesn't understand anything. Eh?
It just goes. "Wah!" Grabs another creature.
Like other guards helping anything?
Like the guards, as far as you can tell, there is armor and blood, just gore everywhere around it.
Okay.
Its blue skin is tainted red, basically.
Is it Hulk size big or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, it's a giant size. I don't know
Giant
exactly.
size?
Yeah.
Is there like a,
Damn it.
is there a figure for this?
Yes, but not the exact figure. This is the representation, but what you are fighting is an Oni.
Oh.
A demon.
Oh, right.
Shall we call it?
I tried to homebrew one of these to a player race once.
Shall
It
we
was
do-
actually kind of fun.
Damn it.
Okay.
And we just got out of a battle. And he's not wearing any medal.
We don't know.
Oh,
You
wait,
could
is
ask.
that the mind flay?
Do you
That's
have
just a
any-
representation.
Yeah.
Do you have any metal?
No
where,
metal.
wait, where'd the cleric go? The mind flay is still.
Oh, oops. Wrong boy. Imagine you come back with a mind blade instead of the cleric. Like, where did the cleric go?
How are you still
He
alive?
was a mind flayer the whole time.
Are you and your teammates? Welcome to the party.
Anyway, you have this creature just destroying the camps, like ripping open the tents, just ripping people apart.
Alright. What have we done? What have I done?
Have we long rested at this
What
point?
do you mean? What do you mean?
No.
No, okay.
You haven't even short rested since your last battle.
Rip.
Do you not realize, TD? It was that old man that we helped.
So, I mean, you guys can fight it, or you guys can just run away. It's not paying any attention to you at this point.
My friend.
Is it holding any weapons?
It's got that stick that was holding earlier.
Just a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stay.
I don't want to light it on fire.
Jeez.
Like the moment he said that, like it's the old man. Like
Is it
the whole,
wearing-
it's been the old man the whole time.
Is it wearing
I shoot.
Okay, go ahead.
Roll
and
for
shoot.
initiative.
Going for the eye.
You'd have
That's
to run
okay.
up because you guys are like at the mouth of the
Oh,
cave,
that's
and this is at the
true.
village. So you'd have to run
Within range.
within range.
I will run
which would
within
be,
range.
Yeah, okay, you run within
yeah.
range.
30 feet for my weapon.
Yeah.
Hand crossbow. Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Uh,
5, 10, 50. 30.
Yeah, you're
There.
gonna run towards it.
And you shoot your crossbow.
yeah.
Roll
Alright.
damage.
Wait. Roll
Alright,
damage.
roll-
roll,
roll- roll
roll
to
to see if I
attack.
hit.
Okay.
Halfling. Okay. Oh shit. What was it? 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
Oh.
You see
That
your
high.
crossbow bolt just bounce off its skin.
Okay. Oh.
Natural
Okay.
armor. Whoa.
Run away.
Can I throw a javelin at it? I still got 4 more javelins.
You'd have to get closer.
Closer. I think you have to get close.
30 feet.
Also, it's not paying mind to you. That's why I haven't made you roll initiative.
Oh.
Because it is literally ignoring you at this
The
point.
thing is, I'm rather afraid since it has high 15 more than, and it's
It
big.
probably has high natural armor.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
it's like
and
a
it's so
demon.
damn big. I feel like we should run away.
I'm so friend that javelin.
Okay,
Very well.
go ahead, roll.
It's a 17.
17 hits.
Cool. And then what's javelin? 1d6 plus 4. That's a 3 plus 4, 7.
7.
7. So the
Pierce.
javelin hits it. As it hits it, it doesn't even look like a javelin hitting a creature. It looks like
Pin?
it's just the size comparison of the javelin to the creature. It's just way bigger
Mm.
than the creature. But it hits it like you hit it right in the shin. No, not in the shin, in the thigh.
Yeah.
Doesn't even flinch. Continues grabbing another human,
So it still has
ripping it.
noticed.
Still not paying heed to your.
Oh no. Guys.
I wish we knew what that ring was.
We already knew it's a ring of protection.
Oh, right, right.
But
I guess
they
plus
didn't
one.
attune to it.
No, we didn't.
Okay,
Guys,
anyway.
This thing is way more stronger. Wait. Can we lure it back into the cave?
Okay, I had a sudden realization about the old man because I remembered what Onis can do.
What do you say?
Huh? Oh, I just remembered something about Onis from when I read the monster manual.
What are you guys doing?
Like, do you think if we lure it back to the cave, it's gonna return back to
How are
the
you gonna
old
lure
man's
it back to the
size?
cave? It's gonna start
No.
killing. It's killing things around it, but it's slowly marching towards you as it's looking for more things to kill.
Can we lure
So-
it to the cave?
It's looking, so it can actively look now.
I mean, it has actively looked so far.
Okay.
It just hasn't been paying heed to your.
I don't know. I'm
Hitting
just
it
gonna
so
keep
far.
trying shooting and get the eye.
Okay, go ahead, shoot it.
Firstly, like in the cave, like where it can fit in.
Not.
It
Still
can
not
fit
enough.
into the cave. Like the
Ah.
the entrance to the cave is pretty big.
Damn
It
it.
just as you go deeper, it gets smaller and smaller.
Okay, never mind that. I wonder.
It's still not enough.
Robert?
It's not enough. It's
I
only
wonder
11.
if the barbarian can throw DD up to its head.
You're gonna throw an 8-year-old.
Yeah, and then use the rapier.
You want me to throw a child and
Fine, throw me then.
a demon's head?
Throw me. Throw me then. Throw me. Throw me to the head and I'll light it on fire. Would you?
I appreciate you standing, but I don't know if I can chuck someone of your stature at that height.
How
You both would have to be closer,
how
about
close?
30 feet.
If I move closer to him, then would it be?
Yeah, go ahead. You move closer. You guys can do this. Just roll a strength check.
He is rather much more stronger than me.
It's a 15 plus 6. So that's 21.
21. Okay, you toss this dwarf with all your might. And you go flying in the air.
And I land on his head.
You land right on him. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hmm?
What are you doing as you're approaching
Fine,
him?
Warhammer.
Warhammer. Okay, Warhammer down on his head. Go ahead. Roll damage. Roll attack.
Roll
Sorry.
attack, roll attack.
Wait,
D20.
wait, D8.
D20.
D20. Roll
Wait.
attack.
Roll attack.
Roll to see.
Oh, roll to
Okay.
attack. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. With disadvantage because you are at a very
I'm
high
going-
velocity, and you're not controlling your trajectory. So
8 plus. Oh, I don't think that's happening, but 12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you are tossed, he tossed you in a way that you could hit him and then, get out of the way. But the thing is, your hammer swing was timed with him ducking down to pick up another creature. So you end up.
How much damage
I
do I
would say
take?
you fall about 50 feet.
Jesus, I threw him far.
Yeah, I'll just say 40 feet. 40
Okay.
feet, that's fine. So that's 46 of bludgeoning damage as you fall.
Don't tell me I'm dead because of that.
That's 6.
Oh no.
That's 8.
Oh no.
6 plus 8. That is a
14.
14
Oh, there's
plus
more.
7.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm down.
KO'd.
You're
I'm
knocked
down.
out.
Oh,
You get knocked out
down.
behind this
Is he
creature.
unconscious?
Yes, I
he's
am.
Unconscious.
I am unconscious.
And,
Probably near some haystack-ish.
Yeah, he is randomly picking up people running around, so he may or may not pick you up. We'll just have to see.
Afro's down. The cleric's down.
At this point, if you'd like to continue pursuing this, roll initiative.
What?
Or
Okay,
just leave
Right.
me.
what do I see around me? Besides people dying.
You see the camp equipment, you see mining equipment.
What kind of mining equipment is
Are there any explosives?
Make an investigation check.
-1. 14.
14. That's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. So, close to you, by the entrance of the cave,
Uh-huh.
you know that, somehow you know that they keep explosives near entrance of the cave so that it's easier to ferry in. So you do find a barrel of gunpowder, essentially.
Mm. Oh boy, our cleric who can cast a fire spell is down. What a shame.
It's secret flame though, it's not fire.
Really?
No.
It's not fire.
No.
Nope. But it's up to you. What are you gonna do?
I mean, I have a second tool.
A second torch,
Do I
and
want to use it? Do we want to roll? Do we want to do this? Because I mean, it probably has an advantage. If we like roll it up to him, they'll probably have an attack of opportunity.
as you try to run away, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you could try lure it towards us. I don't
Yes.
know.
Please do.
Hang on, let me see if I can try shoot.
Okay, if you're gonna continue attacking it, roll initiative.
We can try. Yeah, we can try lure
Yeah.
it towards us.
Okay.
That is
So I assume you brought the barrel between you two at this point.
20.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Okay. Why is it at this battle I get a good roll? What the-
Good. And Didi.
I'm only a 5.
Put your initiative order because you're gonna need death saving throws.
10.
Okay. Okay, so the Oni is going to pick up another random.
The poor random.
Rip NPC.
He's just like
Rest in peace, generic
look at another
NPC.
one. Bite.
Amiga.
And the one he's biting is actually the gnome that you saw earlier.
The nurse?
Yes.
Doctor.
No.
Nope.
Oh, you weren't there.
That is the end of its turn. Eden. Sorry. It's your turn.
You may try to.
Shall I
revive.
distract it while you roll the gunpowder barrel towards it?
I could
Or you may
try.
try to revive me.
Okay. Before that, I'll pass you the torch. So you'll have the torch, and then I will.
Yeah.
So I can move here. I can't exactly get like. That
Okay, close it up.
He should be there.
Oh right.
So that is enough.
Okay, so I am gonna do a regular old slashing attack.
Okay. No rage?
No rage for now. That is. What do I add?
6. If not.
So that's a 19.
19 hits.
Cool, and then roll for damage. That's a 2. It's a 3, so it's a
3, 4, 5.
So that's
5
a
plus
9.
4,
9 points of slashing damage as you carve into its thigh.
It's very big. Oh god.
Bring it off. It's
This
not
better
big.
not be a mistake.
And it goes Rah! And looks at you.
Also, I got the detention, great.
AJ, roll a death saving throw for me, please.
10.
Okay,
It's a
just made it.
pass.
Yeah,
Just a pass. Okay.
Woo.
Didi, is now your turn. You have the barrel with you.
Yeah. Is there like a thing where I can like open it and make it roll so that the gunpowder rolls?
Make a dexterity check.
Eh.
I'll consider this an interaction. So
It's check.
Dexterity.
So right, sorry.
Just to see how quick you are with your hands.
Where the fudge is my freaking? Oh wait, no, it's here.
Dexterity modifier. Yeah.
Sorry. So that's a save. So that's only a 13.
13. Okay, that's fine. You pop the cork. You roll it over and you start rolling it.
Towards that
You
dude.
are moving at half speed because you are technically carrying something with you. So if you want to move even further, that would take your full action to.
Because I was thinking, is it like as it rolls and leaving a trail of gunpowder, could I then use the torch to light and
You can certainly try.
using movie logic?
Do it. Do it.
Yeah,
do it,
I try
do
that.
it.
Okay, so you can move about 30 feet with all your 3, 4, 5, 6. That's as close as you can get at this point. Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, rolling.
Is that the end of your turn?
Oh, rolling the thing towards it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I can't light it.
Nope,
I
you
guess
can't
not.
light it yet.
Okay.
Yes, Eden will get in the way of the explosion. though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is.
How big will the explosion be as well?
That's the thing. How big is this explosion? From
You
one barrel.
don't
No,
know.
no.
That's the thing.
The barrel is just about her size. She's using all her might
Okay.
to push it. So, it is the Oni's turn. It's going to take 2 attacks towards you with its claws.
Great.
My God.
Okay, hopefully I can hold up to
But
this.
the
just
ring
in
is
ca-
still not in tune with
just
him.
in case the explosion, you know.
Natural 17 and natural 18, so that
Both
definitely
hit.
hits.
Both hits with it.
Hit.
That is a
Yeah, both hits.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a big ouch.
I can't heal you, sadly.
9, 18 points of
Jesus.
slashing
Oh.
My
damage.
recommendation. Wake
As
me
the
up.
claws slice you up.
But half.
Half?
Hey, wait, he's
No,
not in
you're
range.
not
He's not in
raging,
range.
so-
He's not in range.
Oh,
He's not in
yeah,
range.
no.
I should have used rage. How much is that print? Wait a second, I don't know what camera.
Most likely we're gonna have to give our all in this one.
Or just die.
Or just die.
Oh boy.
If we die, then let it be.
Okay, so next up is
That was a heavy hit, Jesus.
One of these.
Eden. It is now your turn. What are you doing?
I'm entering rage.
Okay.
This is may as well. It's my last one for long rest. Make those 2 attacks per usual.
Okay.
That is a 9. And that is. So that would be a
Plus 6.
15 and an 11.
None of those hit, unfortunately.
Right.
You try to pierce the skin with your slashes, but from his claws attacking you, you're hurt by it. So you just can't put the force to pierce that skin.
Move.
Yes,
back,
you
so-
can.
So I'm going to. I'm
Okay.
gonna move back here because I do not want to.
Okay. He is ignoring you because you did not do damage to him this round. AJ, make another death saving throw, please.
You want me to reroll or let it be?
Reroll. Has to be on your table.
7.
7.
a fail.
That's a fail.
Oh no.
Dee Dee, is now your turn.
It's close enough for me to
Light it up.
light it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, are you just gonna leave the barrel run and then light it, or are you gonna light it while you're in front of the barrel?
Let the bell run, light run, or something. I don't know. I'm
So-
confused.
So you have the
roll.
trail of gunpowder going around here about
Yeah.
10 feet. So you can go back 10 feet
Yeah, light,
and then light.
then light, and then run.
And then so you light the torch, you light the gunpowder.
She runs.
Is there a
Goes
chance
up
I could get to
fuse.
him and drag him a little bit further away?
You've used your action to
Okay.
light the torch, but you can get further if you wish.
Further,
If I'm
I
caught,
think that's
then
your
I'm
full
okay.
movement there.
as far as I can.
Okay, that's your full movement. So the bomb is right here. It's going to take a
What?
Oh, that hits it.
Well, you.
You just
That's kind of close.
Yeah. That's one big area. Oh my gosh. Okay.
and it will take a
Oh.
big chunk of damage.
I went.
That's too many dice to roll.
How many dice exactly?
We don't know.
You may borrow ours.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine. Here. Google has a dice roller.
Yeah. It's convenient when you need to roll like what 20.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's true.
Last time when I was with you, how many dice did you roll? 6d6?
For what was I rogue? I can't remember.
66.
Lunaria?
That's poultry.
Oh right, it was the. What was that spell I used? I can't
What
remember.
spell was
I
it?
don't have no idea what the hell spell you used, but you used quite a lot of
I
dice.
forgot.
Quite a lot.
Animate objects.
Ah.
You used a lot.
And I animated small objects, so that's like a lot.
How many? 6? I believe 6 at the time. No?
I think each object was a D8 or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
D8 and then plus
you-
something.
And then I believe there was 5 objects, or was it
5
4 objects?
mm,
Cannonballs?
I can't. There was like a cannonball. There was something else. I forgot. I had a shield. I could have used that
Okay,
too.
so that's about 10d10.
And
Ah.
That's that's 115 damage.
Jesus.
That is 5 more HP than the monster has.
Oh, it's barely
So it
alive.
is obliterated completely
Oh,
off of the face of this earth. You have
Okay.
deleted this Oni
okay.
and just scraping by.
Barely.
Barely
Barely.
alive.
Barely.
Barely making it out of the blast radius.
I would say
just
Eden was the one who made it down
surviving.
barely.
And that's the end, basically.
Yeah. What would have happened if we went in the hole?
Uh-huh.
What would have happened?
Which hole?
The brain hole.
You
Yeah.
met the brain.
And then?
Nothing good would have happened.
You could kill the brain because the brain is now defenseless.
Ah.
But now
That's
the
fine.
illithid hive mind is still around, so who knows what could happen.
So you're saying it was this thing that caused everyone to be in
Oh no, this thing was just roaming around that area.
for eternity?
I realized as soon as it was an Oni, I realized that one of the Oni's abilities is it can transform into a small humanoid.
Yep.
So I had that realization.
That's the thing. I was like, why does this man give me something weird?
Hey, we could always report back and tell them of what's going on in the thing, and
Yep.
then they'll know what to do with it.
Well, guys, forgive me for
I mean,
not
we
being
can,
that good of a cleric.
I mean, we can.
I only healed myself. I didn't get to use bless.
It's fine. What did you guys think of that?
No,
I enjoyed it.
It was fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy that a little 8-year-old girl still lived to fight another day.
And she did the killing blow on most
I would
of
say you
the
did most of the
enemies.
killing, no? Yeah, that's the thing. You did a lot of killing.
You did the killing blow. I like.
Surprisingly, the 8-year-old
Yeah.
girl did most of the killing.
Not strange though.
Of course not. Okay.
I mean, DD, like the actual DD from Dexter's Laboratory, is a destructive force on her own.
The only DD I know is the DD chicken.